New Image Media presents the NFHS Game of the Week. Brought to you by Crossroads Ford. Big city deals from a dealer with a hometown feel.
It's my favorite time of the year. Football is back. I would like to personally invite you to come down for your next new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. With one of the largest new and pre-owned inventories in the area, come see us today for discounts that the competition simply can't match or beat. If you drive in Sanford, why not buy in Sanford? Come see me, the deal maker. Come and get that big town deal with that small town feel right here at Crossroads Ford in Sanford.
All right, welcome to a beautiful night in Union Pines here in Cameron, North Carolina. The kickoff by the Southern League Cavaliers, fielded by the Union Pines Vikings. Archie Chandler on the return, brings it out across the 25, wrapped up before down the 26-yard line.
We got an early block in the back there on the 21-yard line. Looks like that'll be coming back, marching the Vikings back deep into their own territory to start this first drive.
All right, been talking about this game all week, Nate. This may be, when it's all said and done, the biggest game of the year in the Tri-County 6 Conference.
Absolutely.
Lee County seems to be out head and shoulders above the rest of the conference, but this, I think all of the observers would agree, are the second and third best team in the conference. I think that's fair to say?
Absolutely. With there for a while, Hornet Central was in the discussion about maybe vying for a third place spot in the conference after their lackluster performance against Western Hornet last week. I think it's fair to say right now, this is a competition for the second best in the conference.
All right. Senior quarterback Rory Board leads the offense out onto the field, and Teixeira, number 2, getting the start at tailback tonight in place of the injured Tyreek McCoy. McCoy can't buy a break this year.
Nah, sure can't. On that tackle was number 44, Mr. John Wilson, sophomore linebacker. This defensive staff there at Southern League is really high on Mr. Wilson there.
You know, high school football coaches love to heap praise on their players. The smiles that come across the staff's faces when they talk about Mr. Wilson or something else. Board drops, looking right, has a man, reeled in at the 20, close to a first down. It's going to bring up third and short. Ahmad Jones on the catch.
Number 44, Ahmad Jones.
Just a quick slant route there for the Vikings. Nothing pretty. Southern Lee sitting back in deep coverage there. Looked like they had about an 8-yard cushion.
You know, we've talked often about how much we love coming down here to Union Pines. They've got the video board. They mic the refs. There's a new wrinkle. If you look across the field at the down marker, it's lit.
It is lit. How awesome is that?
Yep. And the Cavaliers, they get them with the hard count, and that'll be a first down. Vikings moving from left to right across the screen.
This defense of the Cavaliers getting a little excited there. Again, that was number 44, John Wilson, jumping off sides. Sophomore gets exciting, big game. Those things happen.
Well, as if this game wasn't big enough in terms of its magnitude and what it means for the conference, this is youth football recognition night.
Oh, wow.
So all of the middle schools and youth programs from around the area are in attendance tonight. So that's always a lot of fun. All right, 1st and 10, minute and a half gone here in the first quarter.
Looks like we're having some clock operator difficulties here.
Yeah, it's early, you know.
Yeah, it's still getting warmed up. It's just the first drive. Southern Lee coming out in a 4-3 front looking.
All right, anybody that's familiar with Union Pines knows they'll stay spread most of the night tonight. Coach Lonnie Cox, in his first year here with Union Pines, is an air raid guy through and through.
100%.
Loves the tunnel screen.
So I would expect to see a lot of tunnel and a lot of bubble coming tonight. We do have a third-string running back tonight. We watched last week their number 1 running back. His name's slipping me at this moment.
Tyreek McCoy.
Tyreek McCoy, how could I forget that? Was injured against Lee County High School. Started concussion protocol there. We don't know any updates on that.
But in his place tonight, Mick Teixeira, number 2. All right, Ford gets it out. It's Ahmad Jones again. Does a little dance, gives up ground, gets it back, and is out across the 35 to the 37, and that's another first down for the Vikings.
That is the exact same play they ran on second down last series. Southern Lee, I would expect to make a few changes in this drive pretty quick. Coach Lonnie Cox really exposing what Southern Lee High School is giving to him right now.
Well, and you know, Coach Cox and his quarterback board taking a peek at what's available to him. Ahmad Jones with 2 receptions already, not necessarily the guy you'd expect to get to be that involved early in the passing game. Number 19, Jared Bobliss, comes in leading the team in receptions. And the second choice in the passing game is usually Archie Chandler, number 4.
Yeah. So. Seeing some changes, some quick changes tonight, but if Southern Lee's defense is going to give it to him, the young man has proven he can catch the ball tonight so far, so let's keep right on rolling with that.
All right, the Vikings no huddle, but definitely running at a deliberate pace right now.
You would definitely expect Southern Lee to come out and try to control the clock in their triple option. That's part of Kid Neal's scheme as an offensive play caller. So not what we're used to seeing from the Union Pines Vikings here, though.
Well, if the Vikings run at this pace, given the pace that Southern Lee is going to run at, there's not going to be a whole lot of offensive plays called in this game.
No.
All right, first incompletion from Board as he throws it out of bounds on the right side. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. 3rd and 6.
This is a really good down and distance for this air raid RPO-based offense. They love the 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 6s. And Coach Cox, a little bit of a gambler, he might be thinking 4 down territory right now.
It's entirely possible. All right, we'll see what he's got up his sleeve. Man coverage across the board from the Cavaliers.
1 high.
Board takes a snap, drops, got time. Now he's under pressure. Flings it out there, just wants to get rid of it.
Good
throws
play.
it out of bounds. And it lands safely behind the Union Pines bench. But that'll bring up 4th down. The punt team comes out onto the field. Now, you said, Lonnie Cox, Riverboat Gambler, we saw a fake punt last week against Lee County, and on an atrocious call. What would have been a touchdown was called back, and you know, not necessarily a game-changing play in a game where the final tally was 46-6, but a big momentum shift.
Absolutely.
And that and a couple of you know, bad breaks in other aspects of the game all kind of conspired to make that score look a lot worse than it was.
If my memory was serving correctly, that would have made the ball game a 1-possession ball game at that time. So you're right. That is a big momentum swing.
All right. Punt is fair caught at the 30-yard line, and we'll get our first look at the Southern Lee Cavaliers. Led onto the field by junior quarterback DeAndre McAllister in his 2nd start at quarterback since the injury to Thomas Harrington.
Yeah. Has done pretty well so far.
McAllister is an amazing athlete. Actually was, as the backup quarterback, was doing time at tailback before the injury to Harrington, the senior quarterback who's wandering around here somewhere in a wrist cast.
I sure hope we didn't jinx it, because the week before we had talked about that on air, saying, you know, that's kind of risky putting your number 2 quarterback out there, and then, boom, Mr. Harrington goes down, and here we are.
All right, offsides on the Vikings. That'll be 1st and 5, and that'll be just fine for Coach Neal. Even after the penalty has his offense huddle up.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? It's 2019, Coach Neal. What are you doing?
Southern Lee coming out in this
McAllister
pistol.
hands up the middle, and it's Rodney Ingram on the carry, gets a few.
Expect to see a whole lot of that tonight, Chris, and all of our viewers at home. Whole lot of inside triple. Although Mr. McAllister can definitely boot it out there. So, and we saw 2 weeks ago, he's not afraid to throw the ball either.
Yeah,
so.
the question was, you know, how much would they lose in the passing game with McAllister coming in for Harrington? McAllister rolls right, throws back across his body, looking for Lockley, and great coverage on the play. His ball's knocked down by Archie Chandler. Little underthrown, but a nice play to break that up.
That was a deep post route there from Tanoa Lockley. He comes down with those more often than he doesn't. So,
well, and McAllister's got to give him a little bit of room to run under that. But, yeah, you're right. Lockley, not too many people are going to stay with him when he gets into that 5th gear.
You're right.
All right, McAllister goes all the way to the sideline to get the play, runs it back out into the huddle. Again.
I hate that, Chris, and I'm going to tell you why. You burn so much energy Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
When I was 17, I had plenty of energy for you to burn, and I'm sure McAllister does too. All right, all that for Ingram to be stacked up in the backfield, and you got a big 4th down coming up for the Cavs. They'll punt it away.
Number 18,
Nice
Daniel
stop by Union
Pisano,
Pines.
punter. Good first defensive series.
You know, we talked. I had several platforms on which I analyzed last week's game, the Lee County Union Pines matchup.
Several platforms.
Yeah, several. One of the things that I took away from that game, and you and I agreed, I've never seen a Union Pines team that tackles this well.
Mm-hmm.
They did a really good job. In fact, there were a couple we almost burned ourselves with early calls where we saw Bullware or another one of those athletes down there at Lee County hit what looked like, was going to be a home run, and Union Pines snuffed it. And some good athletes on that defense. I was impressed with the
Absolutely.
defense.
We saw a lot of fight from the Vikings last week, and
Yeah.
seems like it has definitely transitioned into this week already.
Well, this is up to this point. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that this is the most important game in the conference this year. Lee County fans would, might dispute that and say their game against Union Pines was bigger. And, the Brick City Bowl at the end of the year, depending upon how this game turns out, could be a huge one as well. All right, the hand is to Shishera, and he's going nowhere. No gain, 2nd and 10 coming up.
This is really a good spot, though, for Union Pines. Field position-wise, this air raid offense can get down the field pretty quick. Starting on your own 43, you got 57 yards to go. For air raid type guys, you love this field position. Southern Lee coming out in a 3-man front this series.
Well, I was interested to see how they would match up, and they're playing man across the board. Oh, and a blitz coming.
Ooh.
Gets it out quick, and the receiver does a little work, gets about half of what he needed. That'll bring up 3rd and about 4. Number 17, Holden Dull on the reception.
And number 26, A.J. West on the tackle.
So you've got, for my money, the best pair of corners in this conference out there on that Southern Lee defense. Number 3, Tanoa Lockley, and his running mate.
Oh, come on.
That's what I thought was going on. And his running mate, Elijah Fox, they're special.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're special as a tandem. I thought we would see the matchup on number 19, Bobliss, and on number 4, Chandler. However, they've moved E.J. Fox over to Ahmad Jones now.
And it
looks like Lockley's going to take whichever is in the slot on the left side of the formation, which is interesting. All right, the hand is to Teixeira. Not going to be much there for him. That defensive line for Southern Lee, I think, has outperformed what a lot of people expected from it this year.
Absolutely. This defensive line is led by number 41, Cedric Douglas, and number 50, Elijah Barrett. Those two young men, not taking anything against them, they're a little bit on the shorter stature, and they are big, and they are strong, and they are fast. Yeah. And as an offensive lineman, those are the guys that give you a whole lot of trouble, who can stay low, and you've got to try to get even lower than they are. It's hard to do. These young men have really done a good job.
Blitz is coming. Ball's out a little late, and Fox is there to break it up.
Well, Southern Lee's really bringing it right now.
Came out a beat late looking for Jones on the right sideline, and 3rd and 9 with 6:15 left in the first quarter.
This game feels like it's going a lot quicker than last week's first quarter did. Expect to see a good bit of movement up front from the Southern Lee defense throughout this game. In some film review, looked like Union Pines didn't always do an amazing job picking up movement up front. And so watch these front 3 and some linebackers coming in and out, really trying to play games with the front 5 of the Vikings.
All right, 3rd and 9, man in motion. Board, pumps, checks it down to Chandler, and he'll be close, depends on the spot. They're going to mark him out at the 40, about 3 yards short of the first down.
Coach Cox's big
4-down territory
first
here.
big call of the night.
No hesitation as he's waving in the play.
Is this the first time we see tunnel tonight, Chris? I think they're going to hit a short slant route here.
You need 3 yards. Do what you do best. So, yeah, I think the tunnel's coming. Nope.
Oh, tried to draw him off.
Coach Cox trying to get a hard count there. going to take a timeout, talk about this. We'll see if he keeps with his gut and goes for it on the other side of the break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
It's my favorite time of the year. Football is back. I would like to personally invite you to come down for your next new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. With one of the largest new and pre-owned inventories in the area, come see us today with discounts that the competition simply can't match or beat. If you drive in Sanford, why not buy in Sanford? Come see me, the deal maker. Come and get that big town deal with that small town feel right here at Crossroads Ford in Sanford.
All right, welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week. I'm Chris DeLambert, Nathan Cochrane here doing the color tonight. And Nate, not a whole lot of explosiveness.
No, we're not
so far.
We're not seeing a whole from Southern Lee. We expect to see a little bit of ground and pound. From Union Pines, we usually see a few big shots down the field. We haven't seen much from them so far tonight.
All right, Coach Cox, with time to think about it, decides to punt. It's a directional kick away from the returner, and it'll roll dead inside the 10-yard line, about the 9. So the Cavaliers, with just about a full field in front of them, offense comes back out onto the field.
Coach Cox trusting his defense there, playing the field position ball game right now.
All right, so it's a steady procession of different backs in the Southern Lee backfield. When they break the huddle, we'll see who's in there at this point. We saw Ingram and Locklear during the first series. This looks like Locklear, and behind him, Keshawn Mays,
who has come on as a third-string back and has done a miraculous job this year for him.
I don't think anybody associated with the program thought that Mays would be a significant part of the offense at this point in the season.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just played so well that his guys have come back healthy and they've added people into the mix. They can't get him out of there.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those, you get dumped in trial by fire and you do so well you can't get back out.
Well, and as they've cycled some guys through that offense at the tailback position, some of them have done it a little reluctantly. Not Mays.
No,
Mays is a heck of a linebacker, but he much prefers to be running the football, given his druthers. All right, fakes it inside, throws it outside.
Whoa. Little
miscommunication. There's Fox cut off his route, and Lockley went deep. And 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 coming up here. 5:13 to go in the first period.
This Southern Lee offense is not looking in sync right now. Not looking like there's a ton of communication out there, like they know what everyone's doing. Don't know if it's a little bit of early game jitters, but what? Not the normal offense we've been seeing from Southern Lee this year.
So McAllister from the gun.
McAllister from the gun here. Oh, way overthrows.
Oh, and Nate, you said it.
There
It's
it is.
miscommunication in the passing game so far. It just looked disjointed. You had the long ball that was underthrown to Lockley early, and those last two efforts, somebody's not on the same sheet of music. So
No.
We'll see if the Cavaliers can get it worked out. In the meantime, they'll be punting from their own end zone.
Something cool tonight that Union Pines announced earlier that I didn't know. Number 9 from a few years ago from here at Union Pines, who's playing at the University of West Virginia, is here on campus tonight. So good to see him back. I remember coaching against that young man. He is a heck of a defensive end.
All right, so the punt downed right about midfield.
Another great field position for the Union Pines Vikings. Coach Cox has to be thinking points here. With such great field position, this is the second drive that they've been, in that 40 to 60 yards to go range. Got to be thinking points quick here.
All right, 5 minutes to go. Pretty quiet on both sides offensively. Haven't seen a legit screen yet. Not going to here either. Board's going to keep it after the fake. He'll get about 6 on the play. So nice way to open up the series.
Yeah, and I believe that was a senior quarterback just making a play out of nothing. If you watched the RPO action, Board stuck it out there to ride. Running back went straight up. All of a sudden, Board's like, oh, boy, I got to do something with this ball. And he tucked it and run, ended up getting 6 yards. So good heads-up play by a senior quarterback.
Right, 3 wide right. Board in the gun with Teixeira. Teixeira's up the middle. And we'll have the first down as he keeps his feet all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Good play there by Mr. Teixeira. Kept driving his feet. Union Pines first down on Southern Lee's 35.
All right. A bit more. All right, Board hands to Teixeira. Teixeira hard running.
Oh, nowhere.
All right, gets 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up. Yeah, I'm with McCoy out, I'm a little surprised to see this dedication to that belly play.
Yep. But
been relatively effective. As effective as anything else has been for either team tonight.
You've got to establish that run, though, and show, yes, our star running back is out, but we are still not afraid to keep you honest up the middle.
All right. Board hands to Teixeira again. Teixeira dragged down, rolls forward, and 3rd and short coming. You know, in the matchup, in the days leading up to the Lee County Union Pines game last week, I had several opportunities to talk to Coach Cox, and one of the big topics of conversation with anybody playing Lee County is how you deal with that defensive front. And Coach Cox told me he was every bit as concerned with this front from Southern as he was Lee County's much more well-known, maybe, defenders. Of course, Desmond Evans, the #1 recruit in the state, he of the recent announcement to UNC, and his less heralded but just as effective counterpart, DeAndre Dingle-Prince. That's a nightmare. But Coach Cox told anybody to listen, don't sleep on Cedric Douglas and Elijah Barrett here from Southern Lee. I had an opportunity on Monday to spend some time with Cedric Douglas, and he confirmed for me that, yes, he does squat 600 pounds.
I believe it. The young man as a freshman came in squat 400.
All right, dragged down, getting positive yardage every time he touches the ball now. He'll get 8. 2nd and short now, and Union Pine starting to move this ball a little willfully.
Yeah. Southern Lee defense kind of reeling at the moment. And to be honest, I'm not sure why Union Pines isn't throwing anything crazy into the wrinkle. Union Pines comes out and trips to the short side of the field.
That's a bunch there. That's screaming to me, Nate. Now they bring Chandler in motion. And the hand is to Teixeira again.
There it is.
And the Cavaliers said, we've seen that one too many times.
Motion's not going to fool us tonight.
No, sir. No, sir. John Wilson, who I don't know what anybody expected out of this young man this year in terms of his ceiling. This was, I think, supposed to be more of a feeling out process, and week to week to week, this young man's gotten more active, more impactful, and at this point is probably the MVP on this defense for my money. And just like that, the Cavaliers shoot themselves in the foot.
Southern Lee gives them another one.
Of defensive coordinator Rob Patterson, who's within earshot of us.
I'm not going to say anything too loud because having coached with him for a couple years, he might come punch me in the face.
Yeah, I know. I just got a look from his running mate over there, Philip Chappell on the roof doing some spotting for the team. All right, board hands. Teixeira dragged down. Nice stop by the Cavalier defensive front. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Number 41, Cedric Douglas there on the tackle for the Cavaliers.
Now, remind my memory because it's failing me right now. Union Pine's kicking game, Coach Cox confident in it?
Strong.
Good.
As long as they can protect. That's going to be the issue for Union Pines. But isn't it for every high school football team in the country?
Well, even college. Watching the SMU Houston game last night, that kicking game was less than appealing.
Board scrambles. Uh-oh, he's dangerous.
Oh,
and
and there he
hurdles.
is.
Head over heels into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. Roy Board doing his best Randall Cunningham there. Flying through the air.
Not afraid to get a little dirt on that jersey there.
Coach Cox, well, this may answer some questions about the kicking game. Going to keep the offense out on the field. They'll go for 2. Ordinarily a reasonably good kicking game. However, Their kicker's nursing a little bit of an injury, a little banged up from a soccer game, I'm told.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
you got to get the kickers out of soccer.
Pesky old soccer.
The best kickers are soccer players who stop in 9th grade.
All right, board from the gun. Chandler in motion. Swings it out to him on the lateral. Leaves it for Chandler to do. He's spun around, fighting, going backwards. Gives up ground, goes out of bounds, and that'll be the end of that. All right, so 32 seconds left in the first quarter. 6-0 Union Pines. We'll take a quick break, be back with the kickoff. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
It's game day at Classic Nissan. The starting lineup. Your captains on offense, number 5, Holden Cruz. And number 10, Jasmine Dole. Your captains on defense, number 55, Wesley Tater Womack. Number 7, Steve Dandrin. Whether you're a Yellow Jacket or a Cavalier, everybody gets a classic deal. For sales, service, or parts, visit us at ClassicNissanSanford.com or in person on Highway 87, right across from Walmart in Sanford.
You are watching the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Crossroads Ford. Big city deals with a small town feel.
All right.
How did the coaches show go Monday night there at Classic Nissan with the whole crew?
Long. I thought it was great. A whole lot of things packed into an hour's worth of television. We obviously gave awards for Players of the Week from both schools. We did a special segment with Desmond Evans and Jaden Chalmers, the two UNC commits from Lee County High. We had a chance to talk to a lot of people.
Good.
It was a great time. Thanks to Crossroads, or Classic Nissan, excuse me. Special thanks to Classic Nissan, to Zaxby's for bringing over the food. They did a great job with food, by the way.
Zaxby's has been on fire, man. I'm just going to tell you. Sponsoring the 5K, all the stuff they do for high school sports, on fire, man.
All right, Ingram looking to get untracked. Won't happen there. Gets 2, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Low-scoring affair.
Ooh, not what we expected.
Thought this might be a little bit more wide open than it's been, but to this point, not so much. As we go to double zeros, we will take a break and come back to see if Southern Lee can get the offense untracked.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Crossroads Ford. Getting the second quarter rocking and rolling there, Chris.
Yeah.
Although the teams still haven't flipped field yet.
No, there they go.
There's Southern Lee.
There they go.
Getting their heads together, knowing they got to go to the other side.
Thought maybe we were going to do something new today. Now, it's been, I don't know if it was last season, we played a game here within the last 2 seasons where the lights went out on one side of the field.
Oh, wow.
So we ended up, they had to get a little creative and play on the lit side of the field. It was interesting.
They didn't pull trucks up over there to the slope and cut the lights on?
That would have been cool. That would have been something to see in a movie.
Yeah.
All right. 2nd and 8 here for the Cavaliers. McAllister flips to the right. This is Nick Locklear with a head of steam, and it'll be close to a first down, but dragged down on a nice tackle there by guess who? Holden Greiner.
Oh, you don't say. Number 69.
Dude.
Senior linebacker filling in as a guard. That dude is in on every play. We saw it last week.
I am late to the party on number 69. This guy. Coach Cox talked him up pretty good in advance of last week's game. But what Holden Greiner does in terms of effort, on the field is as impressive as you're going to see at the high school level.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
I talked to Coach Cox on Friday after the Lee County game, and I told him that kid is special.
All right, 3rd and short. Coach Ken Neal wants a timeout to talk about it. We'll stay right here as they go to timeout. Yeah, Grainer, a little undersized.
Yeah.
But plays very, very quickly.
Has a nose for the ball.
Mostly because he's got such great instincts. And when he gets his hands on you, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Very impressive ball player. Coach Cox and I went back and forth a little bit as to, what accolades might be coming his way. I feel like he's a serious candidate for all-conference honors.
Oh, without a doubt.
You say without a doubt, then you have to start peeling it back and look at the guys that you're talking about in that same conversation at linebacker. So
there's some good ones. Larry Baldwin at Lee County, John Wilson here at Southern Lee.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember anyone outstanding at Western Harnett. We haven't seen Triton or Harnett Central yet. I don't know if we will, but you're right. I retract my statement of absolutely.
All right, from the gun, the hand is up the middle to Ingram, who's going to have a first down. He's dragged down near midfield. He'll get 6 on the play, and that'll be a Southern Lee first down.
A Pentair first down.
A Pentair first down, no less.
Down.
So
is that the first down for Southern Lee?
The same question because I think that it is.
I think it is.
All right. So trailing 6-0 early. Cavaliers trying to build some momentum. And if that's going to be a regular thing, I'm going to jump in the camp with you that I don't like McAllister running all the way back and forth. Not in a run offense. I don't know that that's a particularly great idea, but we'll see how that goes throughout the game. McAllister from the gun. Everybody going to the right. McAllister putting his shoulder down, runs through a tackle.
Whoa.
And
Good
we'll have
play by the
another
young man.
Pentair first down for the Cavaliers. He gets 14 on the play all the way down to the 36-yard line. Not afraid of contact, is he, Nate?
No, absolutely not. But you see, that is such a long run for that young man.
That is a long way.
Football fields are 53 yards
and
long,
I'm
something like that. And he's hitting almost all of it.
Boy, I tell you, getting his cardio in for sure. All right, 1st and 10, Cavaliers, 10.5 to go in the first quarter.
They got to make sure they're looking at the play clock here. They're sitting at 5 seconds already.
Not sure why the game clock's not running, but that's a whole nother story.
Ran out of bounds.
And oh, yeah, he did. My fault. My fault. All right.
What do we have here?
Movement all over the place. They're going to call it on the offense, false start, and that'll move Southern Lee backwards 5. The mic's not working at optimal capacity today for the referees.
What a nice night for football, Chris.
It's a great night. It's a great night, and I need to hold on for, I need this whole great weather to hold out for another hour and, hour and a half or so.
You're brave out here in shorts.
I know. That's what I was getting at. All right, Tanoa Lockley checks into the game. He's at the top of the screen. McAllister rolling, dumps it over the top to Fox.
Oh.
That was a cute little pass trying to drop it in over the defense, but just out of the reach of Fox. Can't get there, and 2nd and 15 coming up after the incompletion.
If that ball had been completed, though, he had a lot of room there.
Yes, he did.
If you're Union Pines defense, you're a little bit happy on that one because Mr. Fox, once he gets the ball in his hand, can do really special things, and that could have been real dangerous for the Vikings.
McAllister once again shuttles the play in. And the offense, the way it's been called so far, is not doing any favors because he seems to be perpetually on the far side of the field on this near side set of hashes. All right, that time to Fox. Fox breaks the tackle.
There's 2.
Turns it back up inside, and he'll have 17 on the play.
And a first down.
And a first down. 1st and 10, Southern Lee. That's another Pentair first down as they creep closer to the Remax red zone. Yeah, I thought Fox would have done better to stay outside there, but cut it back up in and able to get the first down.
We just talked about how dangerous he is with the ball in his hand. Made 2 Union Pine defenders miss real quick. Luckily for Union Pines, they had guys trailing that made the tackle, but One man's not going to bring him down very often.
All right, McAllister here. Woof.
Ooh.
Union Pines.
Bringing the house.
And that's one where the read doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it was quarterback or running back. Somebody was going down. Union Pines brought the house.
And guess who it was on that tackle?
Can't imagine.
Number 69.
Of course it was. Holden Grainer.
Number 69, Holden Greener, host of Vikings in there on that tackle.
That kid is definitely D2, small 1, D1 potential size right there. So any coaches out there watching us tonight, give that young man a call.
All right. Fakes the hand to Fox again. Fox down inside the 20. He'll get about 9 on the play, bring up 3rd and 5.
Off the tackle there for the Vikings, number 6, Jared Purvat.
What do you think here, Chris?
Bring up 3rd and 5 for the Cavaliers.
Think they go back to the run, or you think they stick with this little short passing game?
Nate, I've been saying for 4 years that every time I needed to play, I'd get the ball in number 3's hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'd do it here. I don't know what they're going to do out of this formation, but Tanoa Lockley be my guy, or I just go hard count and draw the offsides. That's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be a spot issue to see if they're going to give them enough for the first down.
They have it.
And they have it. So that is a Pentair first down, the easy way for the Cavaliers. All right, for the first time tonight inside the RE/MAX red zone. Ball spotted at the 18. Back to the same formation here. And they're going to roll to the wide side, and that never stood a chance.
That was not it.
It's an interesting look there.
It was a design quarterback keep there, so it makes you think lead, but there were no lead blockers in the vicinity of where that tackle came from. I don't know if that was a offensive line blip or what, but
well, and after that play, a change on the offensive line as the Cavaliers run in number 72, and out is number 60. So Sosa came out. Oh, McAllister now with a head of steam. He pushed out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. So 2nd and long, he gets positive yardage, but they've still got work to do here on 3rd down. Number 72 came back into the game after that play, so I don't know if they've done something gimmicky with number 60 in the game. What do you think, Nate?
Could have been something as, they needed a uniform adjustment per the officials. I didn't see a helmet come off.
Well, Sosa,
so something gimmicky.
Number 60, Sosa is the normal starter there at left guard for the Cavaliers and not playing tonight. So Aiden Lloyd, number 72, the junior, is playing left guard. Nice catch there in traffic and brought down at the 9-yard line.
Southern Lee going to opt for the field goal here.
What do you think about this call?
I like it. Get points up on the board, hopefully. Attempt to get points up on the board. Looks like it's going to be about a 25-yarder. We've seen Daniel Pisano make this and more, so he definitely has the leg strength to get it there.
And like we said with Union Pines, the key here is protecting that.
This is a close setup, though. If you're looking at this placeholder, he is very close to that line. Usually it's a 7 to 8 yard cushion, whereas he's a 5-yard
drop. That's interesting. Yep, there's a flag on the play. I'm not sure what the discussion is about. I don't see a flag on the play to you.
They're motioning for a play clock. They did the motion for the resetting the play clock here. Once the ball snapped, you can't stop a play for a play clock, Chris.
Coach Neal not real excited about this turn of events here. Not even a little bit.
Well,
I thought I could hear him yelling from down there on the sideline. He's not much of a screamer.
No.
But, yeah, he was trying to get the crew's attention.
I don't understand how you can blow a play dead if there wasn't a delay of game for a play clock reset.
Well, now they're going to talk to Coach Cox, and I wonder if they're going to put that 3 points on the board. That can be the only thing that they're talking about right now, right?
was it are they claiming an inadvertent 4 whistles?
No, maybe he's telling him that they're going to keep the play clock on the field. After all of that, they're telling him to restart the play clock. That, Nate Cochrane, is bizarre.
That is no comment. I'm just going to stop before I say something.
All right, Danny Pisano up to kick this the second time.
First time was good. Let's see if he can hit it the second time.
Looked great. Kick is up. Kick is good. And after all that, no, they're going to say wide left.
No play clock reset this time.
The Southern Lee sideline is a little incredulous. From our vantage point, look good.
Yeah.
Apparently from the Southern Lee sideline, it looked good too. But all right, here we go.
Well, we don't have instant replay in high school, so you can't go back and review it.
Well, I don't know that anybody's got the perfect angle for that anyway. But okay, so after all that, Union Pines holds. Ball come back out to the 20-yard line. Well, they'll start 1st and 10, 7:02 to go in the half. And after being, very much in the background for most of this first half, the referees were front and center a couple of plays.
Interesting turn of events there. Very interesting turn of events.
Yes, sir. All right, 3-man front for the Cavaliers. Board from the spread, 3 wide left. And we've got a play clock issue again. Are they going to call it delay a game coming out of the change of possession? Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like what's going to be.
This one's teetering on out of control, Nate.
Hey, White Hat, swallow your whistle, buddy.
1st and 15.
Wow. Hot. Let the boys play. Let's go.
For real. All right. All right, Board hands inside. Teixeira stacked up, going nowhere.
He wanted no part of that. He had turned his back before a defender even got there. He wanted no part.
Well, generous spot there. They're going to be forward progress all the way back out to the 14, which means it's only a 1-yard loss. It looked like he lost closer to 4 from here. All right, 2nd and long, 2nd and 16 coming up for the Vikings, who put together a really, really impressive drive last time on.
They've got a long way to go on this drive, though. 2nd and 17, you don't want to go for the whole chunk here. Of course, you would love for that. Oh, good gracious.
Motion from the Vikings. They're going to back them up.
We got a false start.
I didn't see the false start.
It was the far line judge who threw it. I didn't see it either.
Well, the motion that I saw when the flag came out was the cornerback, Fox, bailing on the receiver. I didn't see any motion from anybody on the Union Pine side of the ball, but maybe it caused the wide receiver to flinch. There's the pass. Oh, I tell you what.
Break up.
You got to get that out of there quicker. Fox was lurking as Board tried to find Ahmad Jones. Fox got there just as the ball did. Now you got 3rd and a mile. And we talked about the good down and distances this offense had put itself into. This is not one that's great for Union Pines. This is a quick passing offense. Now, that said, they got a couple guys, in particular, number 4, who's lined up in the middle of this clump of 3 receivers over here on the left side, who can get down the field. All right, Board flushed, running right. He's got a lot of space, and will be forced out of bounds. Nice play coming up to stop that number 5.
Not on Southern Lee's roster.
Yeah, who came up and was the only guy left.
Stevie Cameron.
Steve Cameron.
Stevie Cameron.
Why is he not on the roster?
That is a great question. He's on the roster at the very bottom on Max Preps, just no number.
Yeah.
So,
well, Steve Cameron, number 5, he was the only guy on the left side of the field.
Took a good angle to make the quarterback board there.
If Board makes him miss, he might still be running. All right, Union Pines to punt. Good protection, low liner, fielded on a bounce, and returned right back up there. Number 2 on the return.
Also no roster.
Not on the roster.
No roster.
I bet I know somebody who can tell me who that is. Number 2.
Kenny Palmer. We've called his name a couple times. I should have remembered that. I apologize. I'm slacking on a Friday.
All right, so good field position for the Cavaliers. 6:05 left in the first half. Trying to get on the board here as they trail 6-0 on the road at Union Pines. And you say on the road, man, this is a pretty short trip. All right, Lockley going to get it on the screen, and it'll be run out of bounds near sideline. They're going to give him 3 on the play, maybe 4 by the time they finish walking out there.
I believe I was calling this offense, this would be the Tanoa Lockley drive. And I know Coach Neal personally, he hates tunnel screens. He hates bubbles. He hates them. He tells me he hates them. He's told everyone he hates them. I believe I'd be getting Tanoa Lockley.
Including his former offensive coordinator, Lonnie Cox, who is in love with the tunnel. So there you go. All right, McAllister looking to throw, looking for Fox to get
Good
Fox.
play
Does a
by
little
Fox.
pirouette, makes a nice catch. He'll be dragged down at the 23-yard line. That'll be a Southern Lee first down. Fox been the weapon in the passing game, and a couple of throws from McAllister haven't looked beautiful, but they've been effective. If I was over there on the sideline with Coach Neal, I'd just be following him around. Come on, Coach, screen time, screen time, screen time, screen time. And I don't know where does the aversion for the screen pass come from?
Old school.
Yeah, well,
I hate to say it, old school. I mean, if you look at Coach Neal's coaching lineage of who he's coached with, he's always coached with triple I power type guys.
All right, well, I thought Tanoa might throw it there. Lockley makes a man miss, dances. Oh, takes a man head up. Now running, channeling his inner Rodney Ingram. I didn't know Tanoa had that in him. He's down to the 14-yard line.
And the Cavaliers are in the Remax red zone here.
Yes, sir, they are.
Once again there, number 3, Tanoa
Lockley must not be reading his own liner notes, man. That's a guy that's supposed to dance around you, not go through you. Maybe indicative of how big a ball game this is. 2nd and 1 coming up. Nope, they're going to give him the first down.
Wow.
All right.
Looked a little short for me, but gracious spot.
They go over and eyeball it from the sideline. Don't bring the chains out onto the field.
Ooh, that's a long run for the chain gang.
Yeah, it is. Well, about as long as McAllister's doing every single play. All right, McAllister from the gun.
Come on.
That left tackle.
Yeah, don't hold your hands up like you don't know who it was.
Well, there were multiple Cavaliers move there. So confusion one way or the other. That'll back them up 5.
Southern Lee cannot shoot themselves in the foot like this. The triple offense is not an offense that is designed to pick up large chunks at a time. And starting at 1st and 15 kills you. So,
all right, McAllister. 4 wideouts. They're going to go
coming out in doubles here.
They're going to stack them on both sides. Lockley particularly deep. And looking, throws. Oh, my gosh, that was a touchdown,
it
buddy.
was there.
What a play design.
Oh,
I knew
he was past the line of scrimmage. When that ball was released, past the line of scrimmage.
So you say old school, but then you see the sort of pass option look there as McAllister took it around the left side. The options to either keep running or to flip it ahead via the forward pass. Lockley was there. He just threw it over top of his head. That's twice that he's had one of those athletes in space and missed them high. Young quarterback yips.
Yeah, big game. He knows it's a big game.
All right,
everyone's talked about it all week.
5 yards from the point of the infraction on the illegal forward pass and a loss of down. So 2nd and 19 coming up. And Cavaliers, you said they couldn't shoot themselves in the foot. They've done it twice. McAllister from the gun, fakes the handoff. Nope, it's on the ground, and that is Union Pines football. That is not what you want. All right. So Mays and McAllister unable to work it out. Don't know if that was supposed to be the handoff or if he was trying to pull it out of there, but one way or the other, the ball's on the ground. Union Pines on it and going the other way. So the Vikings, 4:45 before halftime, looking for a chance to score and stretch this lead.
If I'm sitting at 2nd and 20, I am taking a shot here with Tanoa Lockley.
All right. Mick Teixeira into the secondary with his longest run of the night. That's 13 and a Vikings first down as he takes the ball out across the 35.
Number 2, Mick Teixeira on the carry there.
Union Pine's coming out strong on this drive.
Yardage is enough for UP.
Terry, back it out just a little bit. All right, the hand is to Teixeira, picking his way through the line, and now dragging tacklers. Impressive little 4-yard run for Teixeira.
Young man likes to keep his feet moving.
Yes, sir.
I like him. I like it. Union Pines here, I'd expect to see if they can sustain a longer drive, kind of burning some of the clock. You know, you would love to burn these last 3 minutes, 50 seconds, get points up on the board, go into halftime to two-score lead here.
Yeah, very methodical pace from the Vikings. Board, pumps, going downtown for Bobliss. Got him. Bobliss dragging a tackle. Now fumbles the football. It's on the ground and picked up by Lockley going the other way. Lockley,
this could be real dangerous.
Whoa, I tell you what.
I don't know what Bobliss was doing.
On both sides of the ball. Bobliss with the beautiful catch over his shoulder on the left sideline. And on his way down to the ground as he dragged the tackler.
It looked like he tossed it. I don't know what
popped up into the air.
What was going there?
And how unlikely is it that oblong ball stopped without going out of bounds?
Wild turn of events
Noah
here.
Lockley, Johnny on the spot, able to snatch it up and return the ball out to the 39-yard line. And good awareness by that Union Pines offense to pivot into defense very quickly because Lockley had touchdown on his mind. All right, 3 wide left for McAllister and the Cavs offense. McAllister rolling. He's running all the way. Cuts it up inside.
Ooh.
And dragged down 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Southern Lee here needs to play with a little bit of urgency. For those who sit at home and watch, they think 3 minutes, Aaron Rodgers can score in 12. As a triple option offense, though, you're not used to going real fast. We are seeing a faster pace here from the Cavaliers.
Well, Southern Lee is very capable of running about 4 plays in 3 minutes if they care to. McAllister from the gun. Flips it out there to Lockley. One of these he's going to throw. This time he'll run with it. And going to be dragged down, probably lose the yard on the play.
Ooh.
And, McAllister's got to deliver that ball quicker, and Lockley can't have to go get that ball. He's got to be able to get up the field and run with it. Now they're setting that up, and you and I both know Tanoa Lockley can throw the football.
There's nothing on this field that Tanoa Lockley can't do. I'm just going to say it. I don't mind saying it on air. You can quote me. There is nothing on this field that he can't do.
All right. Down near, just like that, down to 2 minutes left in the half. Big 3rd down for the Cavaliers. McAllister gets it out quick to Fox. Fox has got the first down and more. Cuts it back up inside. He's across midfield, across the 40. And he'll have 19 on the play. And a Cavalier first down inside Viking territory. Exactly 2 minutes left in the first half. Cavaliers looking to get on the board, trailing 6-0. McAllister trots back over from the sideline one more time.
Southern Lee still not. They didn't come out with much urgency this last play.
Well, they got a pair of timeouts left. And a minute and a half to go. McAllister drops, rolls to his right, looking for Fox wide open, and great catch. He spun him around, but Fox able to get his foot in at the 21-yard line, and another Cavalier first down. And this is as much as I've ever seen Elijah Fox featured in a Cavalier offense.
Union Pines keeps leaving them there. I mean, they're rolling their safety so far back. EJ's finding an open spot. DeAndre's hitting it to him. So, hey, if he's open, he's catching it. No need to change it.
All right. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line. A minute 28 left in the half. Clock stopped. McAllister drops. Now he's going to take it up the middle. Little indecisive. And in the end, gets nothing, and the clock continues to roll. 1:20 to go.
Probably should have thrown that ball away.
Probably should have. Cavaliers got 2 timeouts left. No panic yet. But I don't know that I'd be huddling. Clock continues to run. Play clock's at 20.
Coach Neal definitely planning on taking this clock all the way down.
Well, they get to the line of scrimmage. Play clock's at 14. Continues to run. The receivers haven't even got to their spots yet. Inside at 10. Game clock at 50. Swings it out to Lockley. Lockley makes a man miss, cuts it inside. Oh, he was a step away. Now it's going to be 3rd and 2 coming up. 40 seconds. Need to get a timeout,
Coach Neal should really call a timeout.
There he goes. 38 seconds. Clock stops the clock. 3rd and 2 coming up. And you see the acceleration that we talk about with Tanoa Lockley as he goes from 0 to 60 that fast.
Oh, yeah.
Good job of bringing him down. And it speaks to what we talked about in the open. This Union Pines team will tackle, period.
Yeah. Once Tanoa Lockley gets ahead of steam, to be able to tackle him in the open field is really quite a task. And you're right, Coach Cox and his defensive staff here have done a phenomenal job. I've never seen a Union Pines team tackle this well.
Yeah, I don't know what the drills, what they're coaching, but this is a
make a video, make some money off it because it's rolling.
This is a step or two up from the last 7 or 8 years watching the squad.
I bet if he called Tim Copas there at New Image Media, he might produce it for him.
I imagine that Mr. Copas and New Image Media could make that happen. All right, clock stop. 38 seconds left in the half. Union Pines Vikings up 6-0 on their guests, the Southern League Cavaliers. One conference loss between these two teams coming in as Union Pines dropped their game last week to the conference leaders, Lee County. All right, McAllister fakes to Ingram, throws it. It bounced up into the air, a bad-looking pass. And now 4th and a couple. Last time he had a situation like this, he attempted to kick the field goal.
Chris Southern Lee was playing that a man down. They only had 10 players on the field that play. So not what they need, especially coming out of a timeout.
Coach Neal's going to burn the last timeout. 34 seconds left, facing 4th and 2. We'll take a quick break and see what he's got up his sleeve when we get back on the other side of these messages.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
All right, welcome back. Big play for the Southern League Cavaliers. 4th and 2, 34 seconds left in the first half. Down 6-0. Southern already missed a field goal earlier. And that
ball padded.
Knocked down at the line of scrimmage as DeAndre McAllister seemed to lock onto his receiver from the snap. And we'll turn it around going the other direction. 1st and 10 Vikings, 31 seconds left in the half.
I'd expect here from Union Pines, I'd expect one shot. If it's not successful, run the ball, run the clock out, go to halftime with a lead. Don't do anything crazy that could cost you.
Well, Southern Lee has been hadn't disguised any of their coverages.
No.
Now they're going to take this into victory formation and run the clock out and take this 6-0 lead to halftime. And I'm a little surprised by that. But, you know, you got a banged-up team coming in. You're in a big game. Don't give them a chance to get any momentum. All right, that'll take us to double zeros here in Cameron. Union Pines up 6-0 on the Southern League Cavaliers. Got a big second half action coming up. We'll take a quick break and be back to talk about what we saw in the first half.
Sounds good.
Pentair, empowering people to move water, improve water, enjoy water. so that people can live their best, healthiest lives. Lives with purpose. Lives with enjoyment. Lives that flourish. Lives with hope. Because at Pentair, we're not just about better water. We're about better life. Pentair, bringing water to life, for life.
Welcome to the Classic Nissan Halftime Report.
All right, welcome to the Classic Nissan Halftime Show. I'm Chris DeLambert, Nathan Cochrane. Nate, not a whole lot of fireworks offensively in the first half from either squad.
Yeah, not the best showing for Southern Lee or Union Pines. This Union Pines offense we're used to seeing be pretty explosive. That air raid offense, you expect a lot more downfield attempts. We haven't seen a whole lot of downfield attempts except for the one catch and interception right over, or catch and fumble right over here. Southern Lee, that offense is not clicking tonight. We've seen a lot of overthrown balls from DeAndre McAllister. The run game has not been great. We've seen some issues on the read and the RPO, so definitely not an offensive night that we were anticipating seeing up here.
I wonder, last week, coming off of 2 weeks off, they had 2 weeks to prepare DeAndre McAllister for his first start at quarterback in high school, period. I wonder if things went so well that they expanded the playbook just a little bit too much and sort of outkicked what he was capable of doing in a very short period of time. I would be very surprised if in the second half we don't see Southern Lee dial it back, take some of these wrinkles out of the offense that we're seeing them attempt right now, and go back to what they do, which is run the football to the edges and in the belly, period, with a couple of throws sprinkled in to keep the defense honest. Because what we saw here looked a whole lot more like what we would have thought we'd see from Union Pines, and vice versa, with Union Pines running the football effectively and committing to it. So kind of interesting, but the net sum is that the Cavaliers trail 6-0 at halftime in a game they really need to get.
Oh, yeah.
Now, as badly as they need to get it, Union Pines really needs to get it. If Union Pines has any hope of winning the Tri-County 6, they've got to get a win here, and then they would need some help.
They would need Lee County to lose twice.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but they can't win the conference if they lose here, really.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
There we are. Any other thoughts as we move?
Southern Lee really needs to reestablish that run like you talked about. We haven't seen a whole lot of Rodney Ingram. We haven't seen a whole lot of Nick Locklear. I personally would love to see Tanoa Lockley roll back down there to that tailback spot that we saw some early season. He's such a dynamic player. Need to get the ball in his hand. You really do. We've seen it a couple times in little trickery, short game pass plays here. But they really need to get that young man the ball and reestablish Rodney Ingram and Nick Locklear.
All right, we'll see you on the other side of the break. We'll be back with the second half. I got to go to this concession because I love the Union Pines concessions. Great venue, perfect place for football, perfect weather. We can't wait for the second half. We'll see you. This has been the Classic Nissan Halftime Show. We'll see you back for the third quarter.
It's game day at Classic Nissan. The starting lineup. Your captains on offense, number 5, Holden Cruz. And number 10, Jasmine Dole. Your captains on defense, number 55, Wesley Tater Womack. Number 7, Steve Gendron.
Whether you're a Yellow Jacket or a Cavalier, everybody gets a classic deal. For sales, service, or parts, visit us at ClassicNissanSanford.com or in person on Highway 87, right across from Walmart in Sanford.
The Union Pines Vikings up 6-0 on Southern Lee. Not a whole lot of offense in the first half. Southern Lee, though, down inside the red zone. Got it close a couple of times, had a missed field goal, and then a failed fourth down conversion on another. Union Pines took advantage of their 1-4A into the red zone and were able to come away with a touchdown, and that's the difference in the ball game. All right, Nate. Running a little late getting back on, but
Sorry about that.
it's all good. All right, here's the kick. A low liner. Fielded by Fox at the 15. Looking for a crease, won't find one. Gets it out across the 20, almost to the 25. They'll mark it at the 24. 1st and 10 Cavaliers. Action around the Tri-County 6. What do you got, Nate?
Right now at halftime, we have Western Hornet and Triton locked up at 14 apiece. So the Western Hornet Eagles really coming on strong against the Triton Hawks. And Lee County leads Hornet Central 14-10 with a few seconds left to the end of the first half.
All right.
So we'll be keeping an
Very good.
eye on that.
A little surprising by the
No kidding.
tightness of that one there. All right, McAllister, 2 backs in the formation with him. Hands up the middle. And that is Ingram on the carry. You and I talked a little bit during the halftime.
Reestablishing the run game.
No better way than to hand that thing to Rodney Ingram a dozen times here in the first 20 plays. He gets 7 on the first down carry. Second is short coming up.
As a sophomore, Rodney Ingram was an all-conference running back. Coming in his junior year, expect to see a heavy dose of Mr. Ingram, I would think.
All right, McAllister takes a snap. Hands again. Ingram running over people.
Oh, there it is.
Gets 7 on the play, and that'll be a Southern Lee first down.
This is the Southern Lee offense that we were expecting to see throughout the first half.
All right, Union Pines with some changes on the defensive line.
Once again, for the Cavaliers, that yardage is enough for a Cav first down.
Doesn't make any difference to Rodney Ingram. He'll hit whoever they put in there. It doesn't
Anybody.
make any difference.
Anybody and everybody.
Bubbly kid, man, always smiling.
I love the kid. Still texts me about once a week
All right.
asking how I am.
This time McAllister's going to pull it. He's going to take it himself. He's got 12 and out across midfield. That'll be a Cavalier first down, 10:40 to go in the third quarter.
Woo, Southern Lee coming out of the half strong. all of a
Amazing what
sudden.
happens when you run your offense.
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right. You have to wonder if the first half Southern Lee was trying to get a little too cute on some of their play calling there.
Cute's the word I'd use.
Cute? Yeah. It's a nice correct word.
If you're going to be a triple option team,
live or die by it.
Probably run the option. All right, McAllister fakes, pitches. This time it's Mays. Mays, ooh, nice
going
tackle.
Nowhere. We're going to have a late
hold.
flag. Looks like
there.
A hold.
Grainer coming up and pinching that thing off.
Gosh, I like that kid. Gosh, I like that kid.
What do we have to do? We transfer. Come on, let's get him some extra eligibility. Yeah, that's a good ball player. All right, the flag is in the backfield, which is going to hurt. Oh, this is a spot foul that's 5 yards deep in the backfield. It's going to cost you 10 from there. This is going to be a 15-yard penalty when it's all said and done.
And, Chris, I hate that call.
It is a bad call.
I hate that call, and I'll tell you why. A defender.
Wait a minute. They're
declining it.
Wow. Okay. So they're going to take 2nd and 15 as opposed to 1st and 25. We'll see. All right. Interesting strategy in there employed by Coach Cox. All right. McAllister keeps following Ingram. Needed 15, got about 9. 3rd and 6, maybe 3rd and 7 coming up here.
Much more manageable.
But talk about you said you hate that call there.
I'll tell you why. 2 defenders were coming in to make the tackle. Southern Lee had 1 blocker out. Before you knew it, one of the defenders had tried to turn and gave the offensive lineman his back, not on purpose, but if you're in that path, I'm sorry, I don't care what you do as a defender, you're going to get hit. And if you turn your back, well, then that's your fault. That's why I hate that call.
Right, 3rd and 7 here. The hand is up the middle to Ingram. Oof, suspect play call on 3rd and 7. They'll go backwards a yard. 4th and 8 coming inside Viking territory, but the punt team on the way out for Coach Neal and the Cavaliers. Clock running down, close to 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Well, you know, that run option team, you got to stay in front of the sticks.
That's right.
And when you get yourself in long down and distance, they went from 2nd and 15 to 3rd and a bunch. Tough.
It's hard to come back from it.
All right, Daniel Pisano handling all the kicking duties as he does.
Southern Lee having some difficulty getting the personnel crew out.
They get it straight. Pisano takes a snap. A little bit of rush applied by Union Pines. Nice
What a
high
punt.
hanging kick. Looking for a good bounce and doesn't get it as it skips into the end zone. So touchback Union Pines, and they'll take over 1st and 10, 8:39 to go in the third quarter, up 6-0 on these Cavaliers.
And that one will bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
Good punt, though, by Daniel Pisano. Had good hang time.
That was a good one.
The cover crew, I think, lost it up there. Didn't put a ton of effort into going down and blocking that ball. So might have outkicked his coverage a little bit.
All right. 4 wideouts, 3 wide left, 1 up top to the right for Rory Board. Chandler in motion. Board takes the snap, hands to Mick Tejera. Tejera spinning, fights forward for about 5 on the play. Nice hard run in there by Tejera, who didn't know he was going to be the starter until half an hour before the ball game.
Ooh. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Makes you wonder what the story is there.
All right. Board facing 2nd and 4 here.
Southern Lee coming out in a 3-man front.
Well, you know, you don't get too long into this when you start thinking about possessions here. You know, you got 20 minutes of game clock left. Southern Lee is going to run this thing methodically.
Absolutely.
Union Pines has been very methodical tonight. You got to start counting possessions, and every one of these is going to matter down the stretch here. And I know that's crazy to say less than half of the way through the third quarter, but we're
getting there close.
Yeah. So important possessions all here. This is a big third down for Union Pines as they look to keep this drive alive and keep the ball out of the Cavaliers' hands. Board drops, looking for Bobliss. Bobliss got spun around, looking for a flag's not going to get it.
No way.
Not sure it wasn't because of miscommunication on the route. I think he was looking inside.
Board was looking out.
Board was looking outside. But there was definitely contact there with the defender, but they will not get the flag, much to the chagrin of this highly educated home crowd for the Union Pine Vikings. They know their football. All right, 4th and 4. Union Pine's going to punt.
Number 2 back, Mr. Kenny Palmer.
Back
to field the punt.
I'm a little surprised we don't see Fox or Lockley back to return this punt in this game situation. Maybe I'm panicking a little bit. Rush applied by Southern Lee. Kick is out of there. It's a short kick. Gets a great bounce. And a roll dead at the 37-yard line where the Cavaliers will take over. I'm very interested to see the personnel coming off the sideline here.
I've asked Coach Neal before in some of my dealings and talkings with him. Tanoa Lockley has had a hard time in the past tracking the ball in the lights, and Southern Lee never practices under the lights. And so he has a hard time finding and tracking the ball. And, you know, as a punt returner, that is key.
Yeah.
That is because he can get real ugly
you
real
have to
quick.
catch it first. All right, Locklear and Mays are the backs. The hand is to Locklear, who's up the middle, dancing through traffic, takes on, still fighting. And they're going to mark him dead after about 4 yards. Never did touch the ground. A little upset that he wasn't allowed to pop out of there and keep running. But 4 yards on the carry, 2nd and 6 coming. Mays, the deep back now. And, you know, in this offense, what are we calling the lineup based on the spacing? What would you call the formation with McAllister relative to the center? Is this a shotgun? Is this a pistol?
It's too deep to be a pistol in my mind. Pistol's 3 yards. I think it's a full shotgun, personally.
Locklear, again, going to be close to a first down, about a foot short.
I tell you, I don't like running that far deep out of for triple option because that means your second back is 7 to 8 deep. That's a lot of yardage to gain to the line of scrimmage.
Seems like they're 10 yards off the ball sometimes as deep as they get. It's a long way to go. And, you know, anybody that's watched our coverage, even back when you were coaching, that's heard me in short yardage, down and distance.
Get under center.
Get under center. You're backing up, 8 yards off the line of scrimmage, like you said. That's a very long way to go. And as you see it, your tailback there is nearly 9 yards from the line of scrimmage. All right, McAllister Rowland's got a man, throws it low. It's reeled in on first down. Going to pick up a couple there. Well, I tell you what, the previous play, they got a heck of a spot, Nate.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That was number 45, DJ Williams, sophomore, on the catch there. I haven't heard his name yet this year.
I'm still baffled by that spot. I know what I saw. All right, 5:41 to go. Third quarter. Cavaliers on the move here. 2nd and 6 coming up. Locklear and Mays still in the backfield. Tanoa Lockley, the lone receiver up top. Elijah Fox down here at the bottom. DJ Williams in as the H-back. All right, the hand is to Locklear, who's going to get a couple, bring up 3rd and 4. And this is what the Cavaliers want to do, is just churn.
Big third down here, though.
When you're getting at 3 and 4 yards at a time, the problem, comes down that you're always going to have to convert third downs. Well, this is as important a third down as the Cavaliers have seen tonight.
We've got 5 minutes left in the third quarter. This clock is ticking pretty quick here.
We'll be home for dinner.
We just ate a great meal at the Union Pines concession stand, though, so I'm good.
All right, McAllister hands to Locklear. Locklear got to get forward, and I think this time even a good spot may not help him out enough. I don't know. The near side official, it's going to be really close.
Looks like it's going to be 4th and 1 here.
All right. That spot didn't seem to sync with where the near side official was at, but okay. So 4th and a full yard.
No hesitancy from Coach Ken Neal to punt this ball here. He understands the magnitude of this series.
Union Pines crowding that A-gap. Southern going to run it right into that. No, they flip it outside to Mays. Mays has got a head of steam. He's going to have the ball out near the 30 with a first down. Needed a yard, got 15. Goes out of bounds at the 32. He faked me. I thought Locklear had the football.
I don't mean to oversimplify things, but if Union Pines is going to put 9 in the box right there, best thing to do, go outside.
That's kind of how it works.
Go where they're not.
And McAllister hadn't been doing this a long time, but that's an easy read.
That's an easy one. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to know where that ball should have gone.
All right. Lockley got single coverage, and the safety is a million miles from him. It would be hard for me not to go try to find him. That's what they're doing.
Speak of the devil.
Looky there. Fighting.
There it is, and he is.
That's a senior receiver right there that knows how to play this game.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Unhappy folks in blue here. Tanoa Lockley, you said there's nothing on the football field he can't do.
He can pull flags.
Yep, he can pull a flag too. That was masterful.
I don't think that ball was catchable myself. But nonetheless, Zebra Crew threw it, so it is what it is.
First downs come in all shapes and sizes, Nate.
That's right.
Some cat
no
calls.
challenge flags in high
calls
school.
Coming from Union Pines. Yeah, that one wouldn't stand up to very much scrutiny, I don't think. But Cavaliers into the Remax red zone. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. DeAndre McAllister going to keep it himself. Gets 4 on first down.
Ooh. Union Pines might have got away with a little bit of late hit there.
How'd you like that soothsayer play call, though? Huh?
I love it, dude.
Well, I told you. Lockley had man coverage up there on top. And the safety sneaking down to the box. Lonnie Cox is tired of getting run on up the middle.
Well, you always say one day you're going to be a head football coach.
That's my plan. One of these days. I told my wife I'm going to finish law school and go teach high school and coach high school football.
That seems like a great use of all that money you're spending.
That's almost exactly what she said, except you left out all the profanity.
No, I do not believe that Mr. Lambert put any profanity in
yes,
that.
she did. Second and 7. McAllister stopped
going
dead in his
nowhere.
tracks. Union Pines playing some defense right now, buddy. 3rd and 8 coming up after they lose a yard there.
Southern Lee here in the Remax red zone on the 16-yard line.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes to go. Very important possessions here.
All right, so they get stopped. Kicking a field goal?
Yes.
Yes, taking points, or the attempt of points. I'm with you. I think I would too. But I coached with Richard McCullum, who was good at 50.
That's fact. That's fact. I actually my goodness. Wow, Union Pines with a chance to change this ball game.
He had it.
And put it away. Oh. unable to reel it in. Trevor Hyatt going to lose sleep over that one. Oh, he'll be thinking about that one for a long time.
And DeAndre McAllister's going to go home and say a thank you and do a Hail Mary for that ball being dropped.
Yes, and right dead smack in the middle of the field, Daniel Pisano is going to come out to attempt the 31-yard field goal.
Still so tight. Look at him. It is
I've never seen an alignment quite like that. And Pisano's kick is up. This time it is good. Not only looks good, but is signaled good. And with that, the Cavaliers cut this Union Pines lead in half. It's now 6-3 to go, or 6-3 with 3:06 to go. Try and do that a couple of times in the third quarter. I'm Chris DeLambert. This is Nathan Cochrane. We'll be right back after this message with the kickoff.
Saved by a PI call.
And ladies and gentlemen, with 3:06 remaining here in the third quarter, go ahead and get your 50-50 raffle tickets out. At the conclusion of the quarter, we'll read that number off. And in the transition, we'll give a shout out to our cheerleaders tonight.
All right. We're back.
We're back.
3 minutes and 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Nathan, Union Pines, you feel like if they can get another touchdown here, this ball game's over.
Yes,
am
absolutely.
I wrong there?
Nope.
I mean, obviously it's football. Anything can happen. But Union Pines, if they can punch it in on this drive or the next, you got to like their chances. Southern, on the other hand, has been able to move the ball between the 10-yard lines, but once they get down there deep into Southern Pines territory, or Union Pines territory, 3 points tonight on 3 trips deep into the red zone. That's going to
haunt them.
Definitely.
That's what keeps you up at night.
Yeah.
Some updates on scores around the conference. Lee County is now up against Harnett Central 21-10 in the third quarter. Back to a little bit of what we expected Lee County to do.
All right, kick fielded on the run, and Chandler will be corralled and run out of bounds at about the 34-yard line, where Rory Board will lead the Union Pines offense back out onto the field. Got to give much praise to Mick Teixeira tonight, number 2, the tailback, pressed into action. The seniors, he's been a little bit of a Swiss Army knife for this offense last couple of years, but feature tailback not in his repertoire. Tonight, pressed into service, done admirable job against a tough defensive front.
Yeah, absolutely. This front line of Southern Lee is a pretty daggum good squad. So to come out and have it showing he has, need to commend the young man.
And looking for his receiver, can't connect.
The young man's going to have nightmares about dropping that ball.
Pass intended for number 17, Holden Dole.
Number 17.
Holden Dole on the attempt. So 2nd and 10, and the clock stops here. Not what you were looking for. And I'm sure that Coach Cox and Mr. Dull and everybody associated with that play would tell you, probably catch that one.
Probably need to catch that one. We haven't seen a whole lot of their star wide receiver tonight, Mr. Bobliss.
No, nor Chandler. I mean, the passing game has sort of gone through Ahmad Jones. We did have the one big play to Bobliss where, he ultimately fumbled it. Board being flushed, cuts it back up inside, chase down. Elijah Barrett's going to dump him right back at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Number 50, Elijah Barrett.
Barrett's a big man to be moving that
Gosh,
fast.
I like that kid.
Like
Kid's got a motor.
Big old dancing bear.
Quarterback scramble. Get back to the line of scrimmage.
First day he came into the weight room as a freshman coming in after he gets out of middle school. We're maxing out in weights, and he says, Coach, let's go ahead and put 315 on there. And I thought, okay, let's slow this down a little bit, young man. Let's start at 225, see where you're at. He said, I'll put 315. I thought, all right, well, I'm going to teach you a lesson. So we went ahead and put 315 on. Young man reps it.
Nice.
I said, well, makes me look like I got pie on my face.
All right, here comes the blitz. Oh,
there it is.
Barrett's got
There's
him.
Mr. Barrett again.
And he's going to dump him back for a big loss. And that'll force a Vikings punt with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. And that was a jailbreak.
No kidding.
Barrett got to come in and he'll get it on the stat sheet. But, boy, the pressure came from everywhere from the Cavaliers, and there's a Viking down No, that's a
Cavalier down.
That's a Cavalier down.
Stevie Cameron is down. Number 5 linebacker for the Cavaliers.
Coach Neal out there to check on him. Coach Cox, who knows all of these young men. Of course, he was on the Southern Lee staff last year from Union Pines. Coach Cox trots out onto the field to see if Cameron's okay.
So let's talk about this coaching tree that is going on right now. So on the Union Pines sidelines, there are 3 former Southern League coaches. One of them has been there quite a while. He was a defensive backs coach, Mr. Terrell McKeever. He was coaching with Don Simon when I came on staff 5 or 6 years now, however long ago that was. Coach Lonnie Cox was an offensive coordinator for Coach Neal for a year, and his offensive coordinator was a quarterbacks coach at Southern League, Coach Blegg. So definitely this group is intertwined, to say the least.
Just a little extra riding on this game.
Yeah.
First year, Coach Cox coaching under Coach Neal there as the offensive coordinator.
And a personal twist, I actually played with Terrell McKeever, the DB coach now.
The
for
snap is
Union Pines.
high. Oh, Southern with
Still
not
a
much of a
good
rush on.
punt.
And fair catch at the 41-yard line. Southern, 1:43 to go in the third quarter. Needs to keep this momentum. Defense got him the ball right back. From this spot on the field, we haven't seen much in the way of a shot down the field.
Yep. I'd look for one right now. I'd look for Tanoa Lockley right now.
That safety is tucking up into the box.
And after the punt, Cavaliers take over 1st and 10.
We'll see.
Not
All
really
right.
deciding where he wants to go.
All right. Callister hands to Ingram. Ingram pushing the pile. Ball's
out.
Oh, no. Great play there to push the defender off of it. Now I don't know at the end of the scrum. Lockley got down there with the Union Pines defender. Union Pines comes out of there with it. Big
boy.
Turnover for the Vikings.
And we have
Got players
looks
down.
like Rodney Ingram is down.
Ingram, who had been battling injury issues, is down. The Vikings also have a player down. So while they tend to the injuries, we'll take a break and give you an update as best we can on the other side. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
It's my favorite time of the year. Football is back. I would like to personally invite you to come down for your next new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. With one of the largest new and pre-owned inventories in the area, come see us today for discounts that the competition simply can't match or beat. If you drive in Sanford, why not buy in Sanford? Come see me, the deal maker. Come and get that big town deal with that small town feel right here at Crossroads Ford in Sanford.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
All right, welcome back to Cameron, North Carolina, home of the Union Pines Vikings. Vikings player still down. Rodney Ingram was able to get up and walk off the field on his under his own power. Nice gain on the play, fighting for extra yardage. Ball spit out, and Union Pines able to come up with it after a scrum. We still haven't been able to identify the player that's down for the Vikings.
He's been down there a while, though. Makes you nervous. I hate to speculate on what it could be, but
Yeah, no point in that.
not a good thing.
All right, so we were talking earlier about different mediums. Most folks that watch us with any regularity know they can find me on radio Monday mornings on WFJ 105.5 FM from the cheap seats 9 to 11. on those Monday mornings, or you can find that as a podcast out there anywhere else on the internet. So this week, I was given a unique opportunity. The Rant, which is a publication out of Sanford, North Carolina, which most people in the region are familiar with, asked me to come on their show. They just keep doing more and more. They started as a radio show.
Yep.
Then they became an online news service. Then they branched out and started doing print media in addition to the online news service. And now they have added a podcast to all of that. And they asked me to come on and do a podcast with them this Monday. And I had no idea what to expect. Boy, I tell you, Teixeira's had some nice runs tonight. That's not one of them. This Southern Lee defense has decided they're going to win this ball game by themselves. Loss of a couple on the play. Kind spot by the referees when it was all said and done.
Very kind spot.
But, the product of that podcast has been released on the world, and I had no idea it was even out there, and I started getting calls from people who were like, man, that was good. They were very kind. I had a chance to listen. We had a fun time doing it.
So what'd you talk about? I mean, what were some of the topics? High school football?
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about from the cheap seats, where it came from. We talked about high school football. Oh, my God. Oh. Boy, I tell you what. That was an interesting play. Elijah Fox thought he was going to get a pick and take it to the house.
He had I'm not going to say kill shot. He had a very open receiver that he could have demolished there and decided to go for the pick instead.
Yep. And Chandler snatches it out of the air. And that'll be another Vikings first down. They are going to have to run a play before the end of the third quarter here. But now we talked about from the cheap seats. We talked about high school football. We have collaborated as the hand is to Teixeira, stacked up yet again and going to lose a yard on the play. We've collaborated. I did an interview with Lee County running back A.J. Boulware that they committed to print, and it went so well we thought we'd try it again. So injured quarterback for Southern Lee, Thomas Harrington, and his family were kind enough to sit down with me, and we did the same type thing. Talked about the adversity that he's dealing with and celebrated the fact that he's headed to Campbell on a baseball scholarship. And that will be coming out in print with the Rant as well. So, a lot of sort of commingling right now going on.
I will say, and I will say this on air, I don't care. The Rant is my main source of information in all things Lee County and surrounding areas.
All right.
I don't subscribe to our local newspaper. I probably should, but I don't. And Gordon Anderson there at the Rant is a very good friend of mine. I actually was talking to him last week about your partner in crime there on From the Cheap Seats, Brandon Atkins and his campaign, and Gordon is running his campaign, and
Brandon, of course,
everything that is entailed with that.
Brandon, of course, is running for the city council, which is voting is in full swing right now.
Check. Done that. Good to go.
Oh, very good, very good, very good.
Went early one day.
Sadly, he doesn't live in my ward, so I can't vote for him.
Anymore. You
moved
away from us.
I did, yeah.
Us Ward 2 guys, you moved away.
All right, we're going to change ends, put 12 minutes on the clock.
Time to play some football, boys.
All right, Vikings up 6-3, second and 11 coming. Vikings in blue moving left to right. Southern Lee trying to get this ball back and find another score some kind of way. All right, Ford takes a snap, drops, rolls, hits Chandler. Chandler puts a nice move on the defender and will be dragged down 3 yards short of the first down. Big third down coming up for UP. Any thoughts here about going forward on fourth down if you don't pick it up, Nate?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Without a doubt, yes, absolutely.
All right, 3rd and 3 coming.
Lonnie
Cox hoping he doesn't have to make that decision.
You're in Southern Lee territory. Your defense has done a good job of stifling the Cavaliers.
I've been very impressed with Board's.
You just wait and they'll give it to you.
Getting a head start, jumps off sides, and that'll be a free one for Union Pines at the worst time. All right, ball be spotted at the 40. That's a Pentair first down, Union Pines.
And that clock is just a ticking.
Tick, tock, tick, tock.
It becomes your worst friend when you're down and your best friend when you're up.
All right. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. A touchdown here on this drive, make it really tough. Ahmad Jones reels it in. Going to be close to another first down, about a yard short. I was going to say a moment ago, Rory Board's composure in the pocket has been very impressive to me. He goes back there and knows where that ball is headed.
Yep.
Doesn't look like he's doing a lot of reading the defenses. He comes out and it seems like it's pre-programmed as to where that ball's headed.
I will say he is reading the defense, but he is reading it pre-snap, finding the open spot, knowing where receiver is going to be and where it's going to be open.
All right, this time he'll hand it to Shera, and that's just not going anywhere. That's stopped at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 1 coming up as Teixeira can't get anything on the play. Elijah Barrett trying to atone for that offsides a moment ago.
Something we haven't seen from the Cavaliers that we usually do. Correct my memory if it's incorrect. We haven't seen a Union Pines turnover tonight.
Nope.
And this Southern Lee defense is historically.
Well, yes, we did. We had the Bobliss fumble.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We haven't seen a pick,
corrected.
though, and for a team to have thrown as much as Union Pines and Southern Lee not to have gotten a pick is a little surprising because those corners are something else. All right, Union Pines in absolutely no hurry. Play clock's at 5. I think we're going to get a timeout here, and that's what happens. Coach Cox runs it all the way down to a second on the play clock. Now he wants to talk about it. And while he does, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on the other side. 9:48 to go here in Cameron. 6-3 Union Pines over Southern Lee.
The right tech can move you. The best tech can move the world. De-stress your drive with the all-new 2019 Nissan Altima. Impossibly smart.
All right, welcome back. Southern Lee trying to get off the field here. 3rd and 1 for the Vikings. Rory Board, you know, anytime they go into a timeout like that, I wonder what kind of mad science Lonnie Cox is cooking up. You think it's something out of the box, or you think he's just talking about executing something that's within their normal repertoire?
I think they're executing out of the normal repertoire.
All right, here we go. Board drops. Going to throw. Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Whoa.
Dangerous throw.
That is a bit surprising. No hesitation. He had 2 plays called. Lonnie Cox, no hesitation. They're going for it on this 4th down. I tell you what, that was dangerous.
Dangerous. Because there was nobody in between number 2, Kenny Palmer, and that end zone that he would have been trotting into. Looks like Union Pines is going to a power set here to try to convert this 4th down.
He's going under center, Nate.
He's going under center.
All right, Board from under center. Turns, hands to Sheriff, first down. Union Pines keeps it moving down at the 27-yard line in some archaic formation I've never seen before there. What's this newfangled offense you're running here, Union Pines?
Was a 2-back set with a tight wing, and it looked like it was just a wing lead play there.
All right, here we go. Union Pines, 3 wide receivers out there. They keep that wing in the game.
I love coming to Union Pines listening to their band.
All right, Teixeira breaks the first tackle, won't break the second, gets a couple. And Union Pines Booth looking for a face mask, won't get it. 3 on the carry for Union Pines.
Met by number 44, John Wilson there.
Tick tock, tick tock.
That clock just keeps right on rolling.
About 8.5 to go, and Board, this is what senior quarterbacks do. You know, I'm sure he's taking his guidance from the sideline, but he's watching that play clock and getting it down inside 3 before he snaps the football.
Game management is a huge part that a senior quarterback should do incredibly well, and Mr. Board has done that so far tonight.
2nd and 7, hands to Teixeira. Teixeira cuts it outside. Going to have another first down, and drags that last
and we
tackler.
Got a horse.
So you got a down to the 2-yard line. You got a horse collar that's going to take it half the way home. So the ball's going to be at the 1.
Wow.
Actually, they're spotting it inside the 1. So after this penalty, that ball literally is going to be up against the against the goal line.
So do we see the heavy set again?
Why not?
I would.
I mean, they didn't do anything like. I mean, not only do you not see it, you've never defended that. How many of these defenders have ever seen somebody run a play from under center?
Nope. It's been a long time. And do you see who that wingback is that they're using for a lead? Number 69, our man. Holden Grainer, our man.
All right.
And if I was going to have someone leading up a hole, he would probably be the one I'd want.
First and goal from inside the 1. Board just going to keep it, plows forward, touchdown Vikings. It is 12-3 with 8:10 to go in the ballgame. Southern Lee is in a very dangerous spot.
Ooh.
Union Pines.
Long drive, burned clock, getting it done. Well done by Coach Lonnie Cox's offense there.
You'll remember, Nate, Lee County used to do that same thing in short yardage situations under Coach Burton Cates, and you would only see it in short yardage packages, and they would bring a whole new personnel group in, and nobody could stop it.
They used to run that, and they made a living off of it. Anytime they were within the 5-yard line, you saw Jory Perkins get under center.
Larry Baldwin would come into the game at fullback.
Come in, yep. And they made a strong living doing that. Looks like we're going to have a
delay a game on Union Pines.
Oh, we got Coach Cox got a timeout.
All right, they got the timeout before the 2-point attempt. All right. Your Coach Neal, what do you do here? We talked it.
Spread them out, take some chances.
Well,
but with a junior quarterback who hasn't thrown the ball incredibly well tonight, you're in a bad spot. Your back's against the wall, and who you have throwing the ball is not giving you the most confidence tonight. In a bad spot for the Cavaliers right now. But I'm sure Coach Neal has something in his repertoire ready to rock and roll with it.
Well, as we say back home, we about to find out.
We about to find out. Which home would that be?
Mississippi.
Mississippi, all right. Chris and his world travels. You never quite know which home he's talking about.
You don't. At this point in life, North Carolina is most definitely home. Although I still am a property taxpayer in Mississippi, so there you go.
Hey, there you go. Are you a slumlord?
Nah, I got a relatively nice residential spot out there I rent. So.
There you go. Update from our crosstown rivals there, Lee County. They're up on Harnett Central 28-10. So Lee County back in the driver's seat.
All right, and here, Union Pines trying to take second place in the Tri-County 6 by the throat.
A solid. Short of them dropping a game to some of the Harnett County schools left, which I don't foresee happening. That they're second, and there's nothing Southern Lee can do about it if they pull this game out tonight.
They took the L to Lee County, but they beat Triton.
Yep.
And now with a win at Southern Lee, Harnett Central and Western Harnett. Obviously, you have to win those games.
Yep.
But you like Union Pine's chances in those, and if you told Coach Cox second place in the conference in your opening year,
that's pretty daggone good.
Without any second thought.
And if they win tonight, they'll be 6-3. You anticipate them going on and winning the next two games 8-3 for reporting purposes to the state. Since they played an endowment game, they'll be 8-2. And if I'm not mistaken,
that's a home playoff game, buddy.
That's a home playoff game. And according to Coach Cox, Union Pines has never hosted a home playoff game.
That would not surprise me. And with what they're able to turn out here as a community, down. Oof. Chandler probably should have come up with that. Instead, it's 12-3. Really no harm done there.
Still a two-possession ball game.
I tell you what, if I was a prospective first-round opponent coming into Union Pines,
scary.
I can think of 1,000 places I'd rather go. This place will be on fire.
Absolutely.
Now, we've gotten like a month ahead of ourselves, but you have to be thinking about these
But
things.
it's really not that far, though.
Really
it's really not. We have 2 weeks left in regular season after tonight, and then it's playoff time, baby. And playoff football is – I love playoff football.
Yes, sir. We, of course, will be here through the playoffs, maybe as far as the state playoff or the state championship. We'll see how things shake out.
Well, we keep hosting the NFHS Game of the Week for the state of North Carolina. Let's just keep bumping that trend all the way up.
Sounds like a good plan, sir. Sounds like a good plan. All right, Union Pines kick off, 8:10 left. Southern Lee in need of a minor miracle, perhaps.
But with this back three that Southern Lee has on this kickoff, Union Pines has to be very careful here because that could flip a game real quick.
That's a pretty athletic group back there.
And
instead, you get a squib kick that I don't know if Southern Lee
looks
got
like
on
a 50-50 ball.
And they did not.
Oh, my goodness.
Union Pines got to that.
Oh, my. Southern Lee has completely come unraveled.
Probably your football game.
Oh, no, the official signaling Southern Lee ball.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
The Union Pine squad hasn't figured it out. No, they're going to give it to Southern Lee.
Wow. That was a 50-50 ball, and I didn't have a good look, Chris. So
the Union Pines players certainly thought that they had come up with it.
If Southern Lee was smart here, they'd snap this ball because Union Pines has
they haven't blown it in play yet. There you go. You know,
Southern Lee coming out in a shotgun doubles formation.
Looking got
to Noah Lockley wide open.
A busted coverage.
Wow.
How do you do that?
Wow.
Now, Tanoa Lockley is a ball player who is perfectly capable of blowing a ball game open. That's just a blown coverage.
That was a blown coverage.
Right up the field. Had to sit down, make a sandwich, and wait on that ball to get to him. And runs it on into the end zone. So one play, Southern Lee just like that, right back in this thing. 12-9 is the score, 7:55. That took all of 15 seconds from the time Union Pines lined up to kick that ball off.
And you have to wonder if Union Pines was a little hungover from the questionable kickoff there.
All right. Pisano on to add the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good. 12-10 is the score. 7:55 to go in the ball game. We thought Southern Lee might be dead. Ken
alive
Neal said,
again.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Alive again.
They are alive and well. And this is a barn burner at this point. All right. We'll take a quick break, be back with the kickoff, see what Union Pines answers with.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
All right, welcome back. You know, we were talking during the break. It looked like the Union Pines defense had Lockley accounted for all night. He got a little bit of special attention, but on that first play after the kick, they lost track of him, and you do that to your peril. He is a young man. I have told this story many times. The first time I saw him play was his first game on varsity. He wasn't on our rosters.
Midway through his freshman year.
Never heard his name. And he caught that first pass and put a couple of moves, and it was probably only a 6 or 7 yard gain, but the explosiveness just jumped off the screen at us.
Yep.
And I knew he'd be a special talent, and he has been a great 4-year career for a guy that is a legit two-way star. Now the question becomes, does he get to play on Saturdays?
Where does he go?
And that question hadn't been answered yet. I know that there have been conversations with App. I know that as late as last week, there was a conversation with UNC Central.
Oh, wow.
So we shall see, but where he's going to play his football on Saturdays hasn't been sorted out. He's going to be a credit to a program somewhere. All right, first down carry by Teixeira, picks up half a yard.
We're going to see a lot of clock burning here from the Union Pines Vikings. Try to eat that clock. Got 7.5 left in this ball game.
Well, I'd like to see Coach Cox not play to –
Don't play to lose, play to win.
Don't play to not lose. You know what I mean? That's not in his character anyway.
No. I would be interested to see what the time of possession is at the end of this ball game. I'd bet Union Pines has had this ball 75% of the game.
You might be right. All right, Teixeira into the line, nothing. Nothing at all. Swallowed up by that Cavalier defensive front.
Big third down here for the Vikings. All the momentum swing seems to be going Cavaliers' way at the moment.
John Wilson just destroyed that football play.
God, I like that kid.
He tore it into like 8 pieces, threw it on the ground, and set it on fire.
And he's a sophomore.
I know.
And he is a sophomore.
And this is a school that has punched there have been some big-time linebackers come through this program.
Quentin Locklear, Caleb
Sergio
Medlock,
Gardner.
Sergio.
Oof.
Oh, man.
And John Wilson might end up being the best of the bunch. All right, Ford fakes, throws, got a man. Bounces off of a tackle, and he's going to the house.
And he is gone.
Is that Archie Chandler? 6. Union Pines stretches that lead out to 18-10. You got to wrap up.
Got to wrap. You're right.
You got to wrap up.
As good as we talked about the tackling from Union Pines.
Bad tackling in the secondary, and Archie Chandler ran away from the defense. That is a big touchdown for UP.
Now, looking forward, this is a really big conversion because that's the difference between a one-possession, two-possession ball game.
All right, 18-10 is the score. Coach Cox not showing any.
Be interested to see if they come back out in that heavy package where Southern Lee has
Coach Cox
not
doesn't
stopped.
feel like he can protect the kick. And I told you there was an injury with the kicker. So rather than put his kicking team onto the field, he's going to go for it. In no other situation would this make sense.
We got trips to the right
there's a
false start.
And that'll back him up to the 8-yard line, and this makes the call even more interesting. Nope, going to keep the offense on the field and go for 2 from the 8-yard line. Up 8, going for 2. In no other circumstance ever does this make any sense.
No.
All right. Nope. Nice. Here comes the
This
kicking.
looks like
his kicking team is coming out.
Okay.
That is the kicking team. Number 34 is the kicker.
Tamaris Andrews.
No.
What?
We got that backwards.
Oh, sorry.
It's blocked. And in high school, you cannot return the kick. So Coach Cox was worried about the ability to protect in the kicking game and was not.
We were looking at the wrong roster.
We were.
We were looking at Southern Lee roster. That was kicker number 34, Sean Blatz from the Union Pines Vikings. Protection was lackluster, to say the least.
Yeah, Southern really got after that and keeps this a one-score game, 6:14 to go. Oof.
All of a sudden.
You know what? I hate to say a game was boring, but the first half of this game was boring.
Boring, yeah.
This has been awesome. This has been amazing.
Past 4 minutes have been phenomenal.
Our cameraman, Terry McMillan, just looked at me like I was blaming him for the first half being boring. No. All right.
We would like to say thank you to our production crew tonight. Our man Terry McMillan on the camera.
Win Crazley down there in the
Crazley down in the trailer.
In the trailer.
In the trailer. We love it.
He's got the display screen out there. The kids were out there checking it out when we went down at halftime. It's pretty wild. All right. UP to kick it away. Another onside-ish type
dangerous
kick,
ball.
and fielded this time cleanly by Southern Lee at the 29-yard line. They haven't handled that well.
No, they have not. That will be a large focal point for the Cavaliers going into Monday's practice, I'm sure. If they don't regularly do a special teams period, they're going to do one on Monday, I'm sure.
1st and 10, down 8 with 6:10 to go in the ball game. Last time Southern had the ball, they threw it over the top to Noah Lockley, who beat a blown coverage for 6. It was that simple. Got to think there's 0 chance of them losing track. In fact, Union Pines for the first time tonight playing with 2 high safety look. They'll throw underneath it as McAllister finds his man for 17 at a Southern Lee first down.
That was number 2, Kenyon Palmer. We've called his name a lot tonight. Not a young man who shows up on a ton of stat sheets, but he has been all around the ball tonight.
Yes, he has. All right, first down just short of midfield here for the Cavaliers. DeAndre McAllister takes the snap, drops, looking down the middle, had E.J. Fox wide open and missed him.
Oh, he's got to hit that young man.
Oof.
But we do have a
Fox a bit frustrated.
Hat on the field.
Locklear
Probably went
was
out of
the
bounds.
target. Yeah, the hat means that he went out of bounds and came back in. But yeah, had E.J. Fox down the seam for big yardage and didn't see him as he rolled to his right.
Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cavaliers.
2nd and 10 coming up. Just inside of 6 minutes, and whistle blows. Now looking to
worrying about the play clock.
The play clock again. All right. Clock is started by the referee. McAllister takes a look at the defense. There's the snap, drops, and has a man.
Oh.
And the defender flashed right in front of that, and probably was the difference. Palmer puts it on the ground. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Cavaliers.
The young man needs to catch the ball with his hands, not his chest plate of his pads.
4 down territory, Nate?
Without a doubt.
All right,
Without a
3rd and
doubt.
10 coming up. Cavaliers look to have eschewed their normal run option offense and in favor of a more air raid look. Lockley in the defensive secondary coming off the field slowly.
Strange.
Not a good thing for this Cavalier offense as he makes his way to the sideline.
Both teams still have all 3 of their timeouts. White trips to the wide side of the field.
All right, gets it out to Fox. Fox trying to make something happen. Spins out of a tackle.
Whoa.
He's down the left sideline.
He is gone.
The Cavaliers
he is gone.
Score. Touchdown. Cavaliers. E.J. Fox all by himself.
What a play by number 4, E.J. Fox there.
Caught that thing 5 yards short of the first down and looked like there was no chance of picking it up. Spins out of a tackle. Hits the sideline, puts it into 5th gear, and has the Cavaliers within 2. 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Wow.
Where has this been all night, Chris? Where has this excitement and explosiveness been all night?
All right, 2-point conversion attempt coming for the Cavaliers.
Huge play.
This is to tie the ball game. 5.5 to go. They're showing a different look than we've seen all night. 2 backs with McAllister, only 1 receiver out there. Snap is low. They're going to blow it down. Timeout with Coach Neal, and he is screaming at the official. I guess tried to get the timeout earlier. Ultimately, they get the call, and they will have a chance to talk about it. We'll take a breath and be back with the conversion attempt after this quick break.
With every weekend on the go, we never know where we're going to end up. That's why we got the Ford Explorer. You get the feel of a car with the room and space of an SUV, which is all a bonus. Trips to the mountains, trips to the river.
Soccer games, baseball games, anywhere. Big Bear.
After 13, 14 years of having a Toyota, I'm not going back.
All right, welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week. I'm Chris DeLambert, Nathan Cochrane. You know, this thing started slow, but, buddy, we've got ourselves a barn burner. 16 points scored by this Cavalier offense, but it seems like an explosion over the last couple of minutes. Some excitement in a game that was devoid of it early on. All right.
And excitement on both sides. Usually when you see something like this hit 4th quarter, one team has exploded, the other one's fallen over. Both of these teams have come out punching hard.
2-point conversion attempt here to tie this thing. McAllister takes, rolls.
He's got a man.
And going to be tackled.
Oh, he had to get rid of that ball.
On the edge. And is stopped. That's got to be Holden Grainer. I don't even need to see the number.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Saves the day temporarily for the Vikings and keeps the 2-point lead intact. 18-16 Vikings, 5:39 And Lonnie Cox, I agree now. He's got my all-conference vote. Period.
Holden Grainer?
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. What a big play.
Is an enormous play. McAllister's not a typical quarterback rolling to his right. That kid can run.
Yes, he can.
And Grainer took the angle, got his head out in front of the body, and snuffed the whole thing out.
And McAllister had receivers in the end zone in the direction that he was rolling to, chose to keep it. Junior quarterback, not a lot of snaps. That one might come back to haunt him.
All right, here we go. Plenty of football left, though. 5:39 to go. Southern Lee kicking off. With the way they're moving the ball right now, all they need is a couple of seconds. So
we got us a ball game.
Yeah, we do. All right, Daniel Pisano on to kick it off. Union Pines has employed that little onside squibber that's given Southern Lee all of that trouble. No such trouble in the Union Pines return game tonight.
Union Pines leaving a huge hole there right about the 30-yard line.
Let's see what the Cavs do with this. Here we go. Nope.
We had offsides.
A high spinner. Whistled dead.
With the offsides on the kicking team. We'll back them up. And he wasn't even close to being onside. I mean, that one was obvious.
All right, we'll back it up, kick it from the 35.
Southern Lee, a little bit of shooting themselves in the foot right then.
Yes, sir.
Daniel Pisano's had a good night kicking. He had the missed field goal
after he
made one. Yep. That was called back due to a reset of a play clock.
How many points is the field goal worth?
3.
What's the margin of
2?
Yeah. Just saying.
Could be the difference.
All right, Pisano. High spinning short kick, wave for a fair catch, and caught. Brought in there. Nice play. Kalen St. John.
Union Pines will take over on their own 41-yard line.
All right.
This explosiveness we've seen from Union Pines, though, I wouldn't be surprised if they put up another touchdown on this drive. Quick, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? All right.
We got trips to the wide side coming to us.
Rory Board, the senior quarterback from the gun, hands inside. That's Micah Tejera.
Oh,
Tejera
boy,
into
he's
the
got
secondary.
room.
And his biggest run of the night, he goes for 23. Call it 26 on the play. Down to the 31. Wow.
That's not something we've seen a lot of tonight.
No, just a simple belly play.
Southern Lee sent the blitz in the opposite B gap.
All right, so 1st and 10, Union Pines, 5:22 and running. We've seen Board milk this play clock for as much as he can get out of it.
I like this kid.
Yeah. All right. The hand is to Tejera again. Oh, ball's out!
Southern Lee ball!
That's going Cavaliers
Southern
way.
Lee ball! Southern Lee going to take over on the 29-yard line.
Fumble, Nate?
Number 44, John Wilson.
John Wilson.
That man is on fire.
John Wilson comes up, knocks it out, and the Cavaliers have this thing with 5:05 to go, down 2. Wow.
What a chain of events there, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Big play. Union Pines has all the momentum. Mr. Wilson coming in, sophomore linebacker, makes a play. I love it. Southern Lee coming back out in their spread offense. We got a weird trips formation.
Little confusion in the secondary. McAllister takes it, swings it out to Lockley. Lockley going to cut it back up inside, spins out, and it'll be brought down for a loss on the play.
Ooh.
And they ran that a couple times in the first half, and it's just a weird look.
Yeah.
Lockley's cramping. He's been cramping for the last 20 minutes or so. And they're trying to stretch him out. Referees get the player away from him. Got the training staff coming out who are going to do exactly what the player was doing, stretching that, bending that toe back. It's the telltale sign of cramps.
Southern Lee getting an impromptu timeout here without having to burn one.
Maybe not a bad thing. 2nd and 12 coming up. While they stretch out Lockley, we'll take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week for the entire state of North Carolina, right here from Cameron, North Carolina. Now we're going to stay here. Looks like Lockley's going to be able to run across the field. Oh, no break coming.
Dropped a mouthpiece.
Left his mouthpiece.
Got to have those.
All right, here we go. 4:49.
Be interesting to see with Lockley out. Does Southern Lee come back out? Fox is such dynamic receiver, though.
Lockley was out of the game.
Fox took one to the house.
Yes.
That's right.
And you know, Lockley is the guy that's been doing it for a very long time. Lockley only marginally more explosive than Elijah Fox, who is a heck of an athlete.
I think Lockley's a little bit faster on the step, and I think that's the difference.
All right. McAllister rolls right and throws through that thing late. Going to get positive yardage out of that as he completes the pass. So 3rd and 8 coming up, but I tell you, that ball came out late.
Yes.
Late.
If you're going to hold that ball that late, it really needs to be a route of like a hitch and go.
Yeah, Brendan Evans with his first catch of the night.
Let me hear you out there, Vikings. Come on now. You got to get behind.
All right, clock definitely an issue now. Down 4 minutes. Probably 4 down territory here, but the Cavaliers trying to convert and not have to make that decision. This crowd is loud, buddy. McAllister drops, looks, plenty of time, and throws across his body and got away with one.
Oh, what a terrible decision.
Should have been going to the house the other way. Boy, that's the unforgivable sin
roll
right
runway,
there.
throw across your
Yikes.
body across field. That is quarterbacking 101. Do not do. Ever, under any circumstance, period. End of discussion.
There's some cat down there in Kansas City that I think might be allowed to do that.
Yeah, but who's out right now?
Yeah, right.
But who's out right now?
Man. All right, 4th down coming for the Cavs. 3:47 to go. Need a first down here. And looking down the field, throws that thing a mile into the air for Lockley and throws it out of bounds. You got to give him a chance. Almost like it slipped out of his hand. So you've got a turnover on downs. 3:40 to go. Southern Lee needed a first down and was unable to come up in the moment. So now Union Pines with a chance to take some serious time off the clock.
If you're Coach Ken Neal, it's not quite time to start burning timeouts, but Union Pines gets 1 or 2 first downs. It's going to be getting there pretty quick.
All right. Scoreboard says Southern has 3 timeouts left. They have 2.
Yeah. They called one on the 2-point conversion.
They did. Board from the gun. Hands to Teixeira. Teixeira stuffed in the backfield. Nothing. Loses a yard. 2nd and 11 coming up. And there's that first timeout for Coach Neal. 3:34 to go. This will be a quick break. While they talk about it, we'll take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
All right, welcome back. Union Pine Vikings trying to hold on here, up 18-6. This would be an enormous win for first-year coach Lonnie Cox in this Vikings program, looking to go to 6-3 and put a chokehold on second place in the Tri-County 6 Conference. Southern trying to keep their conference championship hopes alive. Need a stop. 2nd and 11 3:34 left. They got to get this ball back over into their offense's hands. Board from the gun. Takes the snap. Going to keep it up the middle. He's got the first down. Big play by Board as he carries it all the way down to the 10 with 3.5 minutes to go. That's a first down. Ooh, and now it's getting really tough. All right. Clock stops till the chains are set. Now it's rolling again. By the time this ball is snapped, we'll be down inside 240. Union Pines can pick up a first down without scoring here. 1st and 10 from the 11 inside the Remax red zone for the Vikings.
If you're Union Pines here, you punch it in.
Board
kicking a field goal.
Going to be stuffed in the backfield by that Cavalier front, who's going to burn their last timeout, it looks like. Yes.
Yes.
All right, so 2nd and 12. Cavaliers burn their final timeout. We say that. We say final timeout. The scoreboard hasn't been updated, but I'm 100% certain that was 3.
That's it.
All right, so 2nd and 12. 2:47 left in the ball game.
Ooh.
Any chance Union Pines puts the ball in the air here?
No. I want it.
You got to think no.
I want it.
You know, worst case scenario, if you run this ball 3 more times and turn it over on downs, Southern Lee's got to go the length of the field with no timeouts. No chance am I putting this thing in the air.
Nope. In a minute and 40 seconds, roughly.
And the other question, we saw this, and we knew coming in, Union Pine's concerned about protecting in the kicking game. I don't think there's any chance they attempt a field goal here.
No.
You're just asking for trouble.
That's right.
A block, scoop, snatch, touchdown.
Because it would be a live play
since
it's not a PAT.
Yes.
So,
all right, Board from the gun, looking to get 6 and make all this moot. Runs Teixeira up the middle. Nope, Board follows. Nope, Teixeira had it. Board followed him. Neither one of them went anywhere. So 3rd and long here. Clock inside 2.5 minutes. 3rd
this ball will be snapped
and 12
with about 2:01 left.
All right. Not sure Coach Cox not going to get a timeout here.
Don't.
No, he's going to keep him out there. All right. Southern playing straight man across the board. Everybody else in the box. 3rd and 12 coming. Board from the gun. Takes the snap. Blitz comes. Got Board. Backed him up. Ripping at the football. Can't get it out of there. 4th and 11. Maybe down. They're going to mark it back at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 12 here. 1:52 to go.
34 seconds on the play clock, and it is ticking, and it is ticking
All right,
fast.
you're going to have 1:16 left when this play clock expires. This time, Coach Cox is going to get a timeout here. He's going to let this run down to 1 on the play clock and get a timeout. And be interested to see what he pulls out of his hat. Unless they convert, Southern Lee is going to get the ball back with over a minute to go.
And 86 yards to go right
However, the 2 plays that they have scored on in this second half have been
big
could have been
plays
from 300 yards away.
That's right.
You had guys running away from the defense. So Southern Lee's going to get a chance to make one more big play.
Timeout taken here by the Vikings.
1:17 to go. The Union Pine Vikings have called timeout to talk this over.
Now, do you put the ball in the air?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Why not?
I agree.
Now, saying that, I put it in the air over the middle, not to the outside of the field.
Okay, why?
Because that's where you open up a chance for somebody to undercut a route and take it the other direction. In the middle of the field, you've got 11 guys that they have to get past. So I would throw it into the end zone.
For me, I'd run a stick route. I'd run it all the way to that back.
Fair enough.
Back pylon.
I got
and tell your quarterback, senior quarterback, put that ball either in the receiver's basket or out of bounds. And that would be my thought process here. 6 or a half dozen.
I got a skinny post running out of the slot into the end zone.
There you go.
That's my call.
All right.
And if you pick it off, great.
Yeah.
But I would not try to do anything to the outside short of the end zone. I guess I should.
No, I wouldn't do that either. You're exactly right.
All right, here we go. Archie Chandler is lined up in the slot. That's my prediction here. Fakes, throws. There it is. Incomplete. That's exactly what I would have run.
There we go. Maybe you should be calling offense.
Maybe I should be.
I shouldn't.
All right, so Southern Lee's going to get it back. 1:13 to go, going the other way. And you know, Southern Lee, what they like to run throughout the course of a game is a grinded-out offense. They do, however, had some very explosive athletes, and we've seen them on display to Noah Lockley and Elijah Fox, both with long touchdowns. Lockley is back into the game after cramping. He and Fox are both to the right side of the field.
Number 9, Brendan
DeAndre
Evans.
McAllister gets it out quickly. That's Lockley. Lockley cuts it out of bounds, going to come up just short of the first down, but positive yardage on first down, has 8 out to the 22-yard line. Second and short coming up.
That pass complete to number 3 to Noah Lockley.
And I tell you,
Bring up 2nd and 2.
I would send Elijah Fox down the seam this time, or any of those receivers, down the seam, and take a shot, and if it's not there, just throw it into the ground. Here we go. DeAndre McAllister, junior quarterback, making his 2nd start ever. Takes the snap, drops, looking right, has a man.
Kenyon Palmer
going to take it out of bounds. And if Union Pines is going to keep giving them that, they're going to keep taking it.
That play took 4 seconds, Chris. Moving the sticks right on. Union Pines might need to buckle down a little bit closer, take away that mid-range game.
All right.
But it scares you. You're right, with the over-the-top threat with E.J. Fox and Tano, who could outrun everybody on this Union Pines ball club.
All right, McAllister from the gun takes the snap. Looking across the middle. He's got his man.
There's Kenyon Palmer again.
Palmer coming up big in this second half, out to the 46-yard line. 57 seconds to go. Clock will stop for the chains to set. Fox a little slow getting to the line. Needs to come on. The clock is running. McAllister takes the snap, rolls right, and great job of throwing it away there. That's a good decision by the junior.
No, there was a receiver.
What are you doing? They're going to talk about this. They can't call that grounding.
He was out of the pocket, and there was a receiver in the vicinity. No way. White hat, put the yellow flag back in your pocket. That's not your call to make to begin with.
This is, oh my gosh.
Intentional, that's terrible.
Wow.
That is a terrible call by White hat.
Wow. And that's a loss of down to go with from the spot. That's a brutal call.
A penalty there against the Cavaliers.
All right. So they're going to wind this clock now.
2nd down.
The Cavaliers need to be prepared to snap this ball. 46 seconds to go. And the clock is wound. McAllister looking, scrambles. Got to make a play. And hurls it down the field. Got Elijah Fox. Elijah Fox catches it at the twin 15.
He's going.
Elijah
He's
Fox.
going.
Touchdown. What did we just see?
What a play.
DeAndre McAllister.
I see no flag. Oh, we got a flag. We got a flag on the far side on the 6-yard line. What is the call?
McAllister just
we have no football. Oh my goodness. We are live. Oh. Wow.
Is this a post-possession foul? It is. The touchdown's going to stand Elijah Fox.
Oh, my goodness. What a play.
His way behind
what
the Union Pine secondary.
He was running for his life.
What
DeAndre
a play by the young
McAllister
man.
Was just
getting
trying to get
poured
rid
down
of it.
on.
Wow. Unbelievable. Daniel Pisano on to stretch the lead.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
I love high school football.
Snap is down. Kick is up. Kick is good.
Oh, my goodness.
Southern Lee 23, Union Pines 18, 33 seconds to go. What a ball game.
Wow. Wow. 2 Union Pines defenders in position to make the tackle, inbounds to keep burning clock. Couldn't make it. E.J. Fox burns them. Wow.
Wow.
Conference championship
Still
alive,
in play for
still
Southern,
in play at the moment.
But they've got to get through the next 33 seconds. Coach Cox been punched in the gut here. Wow.
What a chain of events. Holy cow. DeAndre McAllister getting bored down on by the Union Pines defense. Heaves it up. That's a prayer. That's a prayer ball that just fell right into the lap of E.J. Fox.
Yeah, playmakers make play. Elijah Fox, we've talked about him all night, has stepped up and had the game of his career.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's a play you'll never forget. Unbelievable. Pisano to kick this off, 33 seconds to go. What else can happen? It's a high spinner.
No fair catch
No
in play.
fair catch. Going to be returned. Burning up clock. Clock down inside 28 seconds by the time the ball carrier's hauled down at the 35. All right, Union Pines now.
If you're
the
Union
clock
Pines
is their
there,
enemy.
No kidding. How the times can change so quickly.
Southern Lee got to stay focused here on defense. Union Pines looking to make a big play. They've got their athletes of their own.
A kickoff taken by number 9, Caden St. John.
And if you're going to score with 27 and a half seconds left, this is the offense that can do it. So be interested to see.
All right,
we got
Ward,
trips to the wide side.
The senior quarterback takes the snap, drops, eludes the rush, gets it out there, hangs it up.
Big play by E.J.
Big
Fox.
play, no flag. Union Pine sideline looking for a flag.
Woo, 21 and a half seconds left, second down for the Vikings.
Oh, man. Second and 10, 21 seconds to go. No timeouts for Union Pines either now. So you've got to figure out how you're going to stop this clock after a completion. We saw Southern able to get out of bounds on a couple of successive plays. Board drops, rush in his face.
There's
calls that
your
screen.
tunnel.
There's the screen, plenty of space for Bobless. Bobless gets to the outside. They're chasing him down, but not until he's down to the 33-yard line. Clock stopped, 11 seconds to go. Union Pines still has life.
Still alive. We haven't seen tunnel
Not
all
day.
night. Perfect play call for Coach Cox and his offense
They're going to
here.
mark him out at the 36-yard line, 11 and a half seconds to go. Plenty of time to run 2 or 3 plays here if you get to the sideline. Keep in mind, Union Pines has no timeouts. They'll get a stoppage with a first down, but it's quick. Here comes the rush. Board down the sideline. Has a man.
Oh, my goodness.
Touchdown
Vikings.
Touchdown, Union
my
Pines.
goodness.
With 3 seconds to go on the clock.
Wow. We got a flag on the Vikings, but it doesn't matter.
Union Pines
Holy
pulls a
cow.
rabbit out of their hat. And the Vikings scored down the sideline on a 36-yard hookup. Rory Board, you're a magician.
Wow. When we thought this ball game was that, Union Pines Coach Cox and his crew comes out, throws a haymaker to the Cavaliers. Throws a haymaker.
What a hookup.
Good coverage there by the Cavaliers. Number 2, Kenyon Palmer, just couldn't make a play.
Union Pines 24, Southern Lee 23. Union Pines will go for 2 again.
Wow.
3 seconds to go. Talk about momentum swings. Board looking across the middle, now rolls, throws, incomplete, 1-point game, doesn't mean much.
Wow, nope.
3.5 seconds to go for Southern Lee.
If you're Southern Lee, you fair catch this kickoff.
Well, Union Pines hasn't even given them that opportunity on the last couple kicks.
Wow, Chris.
Just soaking it in.
Wow.
Man. Just soaking it in. This has been amazing. All right, Southern Lee rolling out the return team. A lot of athletes, but they've got those athletes deep. I wonder, in anticipation of this little spinning kick they've done, if you try to run a series of laterals and turn this last play into a rugby-style play. What do you think, Nate?
Unless you practice it, I don't think so.
All right, here comes the kick. Southern Lee, first of all, needs to field this kick. They go the other way. Ball is fielded.
That's the ball game. Union Pines
is your
wins.
Ball game. The Vikings get out of here with a minor miracle.
Oh, we have a flag. We have a flag on the Vikings. Off. It'll be an offside. Got to redo it.
Their heads back.
No. We've got a flag. They're not calling it. Officials are calling it. Wow.
Welcome to the First Bank postgame show.
Amazing. And a huge program win for Union Pines.
That's right.
Coach Lonnie Cox putting his stamp on this program. This is one that changes the culture.
Absolutely. This is a game that you can hang your hat on and say, I'm doing a good job. So, and I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but as a coach, you question that every week. Are you doing the right things? Coach Lonnie Cox here at Union Pines, absolutely doing the right thing.
This has been amazing. And this is a game we won't soon forget. I said coming in, this might be the most important game played in the Tri-County Conference 6. At this point, it looks like it has been.
Yes, sir.
Southern Lee can still get to second place. Conceivably, they can still get a conference championship. But right now, today, Union Pines has a stranglehold on the second spot in the Tri-County 6. You said if they went out at 8-3, turning in 8-2 to the state, this probably means a home playoff game for this squad.
Yep.
That is enormous.
That's huge. What a great job with Coach Cox and his coaching staff. Got to tip our hats to Southern Lee staff as well.
Oh, God.
Coached a heck of a ball game.
Absolutely.
This is what high school football is all about. This is why we love conference play.
Yep.
You get exciting games like this that matter. The kids are involved. What a ball game, Chris.
Well, I knew coming in these teams were evenly matched. Usually when you feel like you've got evenly matched teams, you get let down.
Yep.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
This game that started slowly, that first half was painful. To get through to the second half with all of the momentum swings, everything that went down, I'm honored to have been here. Won't ever forget I was here calling the game with you, big dog. This has been great. Anything to add?
These both teams got to recuperate. Southern Lee going to Hornet Central next week. Union Pines has one of the Hornet County schools. I apologize. I don't know what their schedule is, but it's on to the next week. You got to watch film, learn from this, and move forward. But wow, what a game! I'm so glad to be here. Thank y'all for tuning in, watching with us. Hope you enjoyed it. Chris, how are we going to sleep tonight with such excitement?
Idea.
How am I going to go to sleep tonight?
I don't know.
I got to be at a meeting at 8:30 in the morning, and I don't know if I'm going to make it.
Man, oh, man, oh, man. I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the night, but get me to sleep involved. This has been amazing. This is the NFHS Game of the Week. This is why we do this. We will see you next week. I'm Chris DeLambert. This is Nathan Cochrane. Peace. We're out of here.
Thanks for watching the Game of the Week on the NFHS Network.